We're back. I'm your host and GM, James Durham. Joining me at the table today, I have Luke Edmondson as the pilot, Wyatt Maxwell. Jess Weaver as Maddox McFerrin. Christian Doyle as Tom.
I'm here to serve.
And Maggie Doyle as Rosie. Project Metaverse, like all of our Zoe programming, is made possible from support by viewers like you. Check out our Patreon page now to see how you can support our show and other amazing programs like it. Like Death from Above on Saturdays with giant stompy robots.
Yay.
If you were watching that, you might have...
That's true.
It really is true. We've got some other good stuff going on. Zoe's going to be at Emerald City Comic Con this coming weekend.
Yeah, we got a
this Friday. I believe booth 1704. You're going to have the all weekend, and this Friday at 4 o'clock Pacific time in WSCC 611. You guys are doing the Gamers Live?
Yeah.
And that's casting on Sci-Fi's Wirestream.
That's right. We're gonna be live.
So
on
be live.
Wire.
Yeah.
So
be live on Friday.
Either live at the show or on the internets.
Mm-hmm.
And we're really
So you don't even have to be there to watch it. How cool is it? You know how much people pay to go in there and watch that? Just gonna and the crowds, you don't have either of those things. Your fridge is right next to you.
You know, I might stay home and just do the show on the
That
internet.
sounds great.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah,
I mean,
now that you're describing it that way.
And so how about a shout out to some of our friends, like Table Takes on the Gen Con channel.
hey, I know a guy on that too.
You know, yeah, there was this guy. I mean,
Yeah.
this Christian guy. He's really great. Talks about games on it. There's That Dragon Show. They're partnered with Paizo. They're friends of ours. They play Pathfinder on the Twitch channel as well here, and they apparently even do it well, which is much better than my Pathfinder game. Oh, and speaking of shout-outs, I want to thank the following Patreon backers. Jeremy L. Huber.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jason Straw.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Brian Niskala. Thank you. Or Niskala, depending upon your pronunciation, and I'm sorry if I got it wrong. We had some early tips already. The Java Man 1964 has already tipped today and put some things in the store.
Thank you.
The Krosny has tipped and put things in the store. Mist Winter has tipped and put things in the store. As you can see, we've got meta points, loot box, and a triple play, and we haven't even started yet. Oh, speaking of the store, we have the store.
Yeah, looks like we got all of our regular buffs in there too.
The meta points, yes.
Loot boxes are back because we're on Project.
Yes.
Triple play.
One of those is new to me.
Mm-hmm.
Hashtag Rosie Beth.
Oh.
Never seen that one before.
And the other wonderful way, besides those great store purchasables that you can affect our game with, is by the polls that you take part in. And I have the results of this week's poll.
Give me your pencil.
Maggie.
Yeah.
Plus 8 to 1 roll and plus 30 hit points.
Ooh, nice.
Somebody is liked. Luke. Plus 6 to 1 roll and plus 20 hit points.
Yeah.
Jess plus 10 to 1 roll.
Plus
and plus
10?
20 hit points.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Well, they know who the good guy on this show.
And of course, you know,
let's be real.
quite obviously that's correct because I get a plus 4 and plus 10 hit points.
Oh.
Wait a minute. I get nothing?
Oh, yeah, you get nothing, Tom. I'm taking it.
You're all powerful.
That's okay. I'm here to serve.
Yeah, I was going to say.
We know. We are using a modified version of the tri-stat system today, so rolling low is
heavily
important.
modified.
Yes, it is a heavily modified version. I call it streamlined.
Thanks. I like to call it that too. It's lies, but it's close.
Yeah. It just makes me think of Grease Lightning, and I'm going to leave it alone from there.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I am obviously quite evil. Previously on Project Metaverse, our group of heroes were recruited to take part in a new virtual reality gaming beta test. Things turned out to be much more than they seemed after they were joined by the entity Tom. Learning that the metaverses were in fact real places, our pilots changed the course of history in Sentinel City and helped bring about the ubiquitous dome. How about that dome, anyway?
Oh, fuck that dome.
During these events, Andy James left her metapod and escaped the facility. Later, after a period of lockdown and cloak and dagger activities, Maddox, Brony, and Wyatt entered a secret, hidden sub-basement level of the Project Metaverse complex. And while some battle raged outside, they used old metapods located in this secret basement to enter the world of the Weird West, joined by Andy James on a mission from Tom: save the metaverse. Following a wild adventure through free Texas, our heroes confronted a host of werewolves and General Custer within the basement of the Alamo, a place of great power and mystery and crazy, crazy stuff. The heroic deaths and actions of these avatars came together to create a world-changing moment. And in that moment, our pilots were cast through the metaverse once more to a strange, not metaverse called Toyland. A mysterious realm of hidden dangers and fear. Our pilots were sent into the avatars of 12-year-old children, Bobby, Angel, and Lizzie. With great difficulty and outside assistance from Chat and Tom, Tom was finally able to reach them and assist in invading the dangers set before them by the dark and fearsome entity behind this realm, calling itself Harvester. A dark creature who fed off the fear of his trapped victims. Unwilling to be easy prey, our heroes boarded a mock train roller coaster headed to Candy Town, where they discovered the map and discarded objects of another group of lost children. Following in their footsteps, our heroes fought off deadly jawbreakers, then proceeded to a giant tower cake. Yes, a tower cake. Once there, they freed the imprisoned Jonathan from his fate as a giant frosting monster. Kind of a theme there. Angel was thrown from its heights, only to be rescued at the last moment by Tom, where she was returned to her time, but not before revealing her full name to Angie James, Angela Hamilton. The fate of Andy James remains unknown. Wyatt and Maddox were then joined by Tom and confronted Harvester and the terrors of Toyland to rescue the remaining 2 children. In a desperate struggle, they laughed down the Harvester's attempts to frighten them, distracting them so that Tom could place him in the chains of Prometheus. Leaving Harvester and a timed hydrogen bomb behind, our heroes departed Toyland, briefly meeting their avatars in Tom's white room before being sent on their next adventure. In this touching moment, Maddox and Lizzie formed an inseparable bond, while Wyatt was finally able to truly know his father, Bobby Maxwell, for the first time. Now we find Maddox and Wyatt in the metaverse of Sentinel City. The city is Chicago. The year is 1942. The war rages in the Pacific and Europe, where the world's powers fight it out, accompanied by their costumed, superpowered beings. A hard-boiled private eye and her eager assistant find themselves unable to recall the events of the past 3 days. You find yourself in what seems to be an office. The world around you is quite strange. Everything is black, white, and shades of gray. There's a rotary telephone on the desk in front of you, along with a half a bottle of bourbon and an overflowing ashtray. The door to the office bursts open, and a young man enters, eyes wide. His clothing reminds you of a really old movie. On the open door facing out is a simple image of a human eye and 2 words, private detective.
I did not think the second word was going to be. That was good. You threw me off.
Wyatt, you find yourselves at a receptionist-type desk outside of an office. The door has the image of a human eye on it, along with the words, private detective. Papers are scattered all over the desk, and a small stack of business cards rests on one corner. They read, Max Malone, private detective. A noise comes from the office. Rising to your feet, you open the door, catching a reflection of yourself as you do so. A very young man, dressed in quite outdated suit. It's very stylish, but very outdated. Inside the office, sitting at a desk, is a tall blonde woman, dressed in men's clothing. She has a rather surprised look on her face. A radio clicks on in the corner of a room. Good morning, Chicago! Today is Wednesday, the 13th of November. The great American hero Titan continues to aid the Allies fighting the Nazis on the Western Front, while our other brave American heroes assist the United States Navy and the Marines in the Pacific. The absence of costumed heroes has led to an increase in criminal activity, with police struggling to keep up without the support of our costumed crusaders.
Brought to you by Snacky's Bars.
Thank you very much.
I met Happy Cats.
Oh, I thought I was ready for that, and I wasn't.
Nope.
Okay.
Didn't even know you needed that today, right?
Yeah.
Everything's black and white.
It's not just me, is it?
Was not just you.
It looks like we're in an old movie.
Oh shit.
I mean, I don't actually think we're in a movie, but...
Yeah, no, you look pretty good. You dress up well.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Wow.
Do you know what's going on here? Because I can't remember anything from the last couple of days.
No, I can't either. The last thing that happened was that, what was the last thing? Were we...
A harvester,
Yeah.
white room.
That was the last thing, right? And then it just here again. Like we were in the cake in the woods and just the harvester and then here.
Huh.
And there's no one else.
I want to take a look at the desk and the assorted papers, see if there's
A
anything
couple of older
there.
newspapers from previous days, judging by what the radio announcer just said. You can
What's-
see like the 11th and 10th newspapers in there.
What's the date on the papers?
They're like the 11th and 10th of November, Chicago, 1942.
I did not know the actual world was black and white in 1942. That's amazing. That's wow.
see-
My perception.
You see, I don't think that was the case, but maybe I've got that wrong.
Yeah, I just. Huh. Wait, is the radio still playing?
It's kind of just static now.
Okay. Is there any pictures on the desk or on the walls or like?
There is an old picture on the wall. It looks like a very young version of her in a policeman's uniform, like all lined up, like they took a class picture.
Okay.
It looks particularly old though, like she's very, very young.
Okay.
Maybe 20 in the picture.
Right.
At least a decade ago looking at her.
Do I have a purse or a wallet? Or
Feeling around, you find a wallet.
Okay. I'm gonna look through it.
Maxine Malone.
Here we go. Okay, we're in it.
You find a couple of
We're
copies
somewhere else.
of a business card. It says Max Malone,
Okay.
private detective on it.
Okay.
Matchbook, a couple of phone numbers that are torn up and crumbled up, some cigarette butts, and there's a notebook in the outer pocket of your jacket, like a little flip-open notebook
Okay.
with a pen attached to it.
And I open it up.
You open it up, it has some things written on it. It says in all capital letters, The White Door. Freddie Fast Fingers is written under that, and there's a line drawn through that name. North Shore Drilling. Outfit Connection with a question mark. As you read them, you're suddenly overcome with dizziness, and you black out for a moment. I knew the dame was the trouble the moment she walked in, but I've always been a sucker for trouble, especially with legs like that. Her sob story about a missing husband sounded more contrived than my pickup lines, but a paycheck is a paycheck. I should have known things would go sideways. When Freddie's body turned up full of holes in Hyde Park, I figured it was done. I couldn't have been more wrong.
Did I hear that as well?
Not at all.
Yeah, okay.
I only heard
You
that?
black out for just a second. And
Okay.
You not only hear that, but you feel like you just said that.
Okay. Oh my god, I have a narrator.
What?
I have a narrator.
Oh,
Do
that
you have
can't
a
be
narrator?
good. No.
I
Hopefully not.
I'm sorry, I
don't need that shit.
I know, I just got really dizzy and then this voice started talking and it sounded like something about a dame and nice legs, and then
Oh
Freddy
my
Fast
God.
Fingers, and I have a narrator. Maybe if you black out, you'll get a narrator too.
To bubblegum, parachute, flex dab, vape. Or to not bubblegum, parachute, flex dab, vape. That is the tiny hat-wearing hedgehog's question.
It's true.
Hashtag hack attack.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Chad.
you.
Thank you, chat.
Well, I just got really dizzy, and then I heard a voice, so I'm gonna take something. Would you say I have scotch on my desk?
Bourbon.
Bourbon, great. Pouring you a glass here. Maybe if you just get dizzy and black out, you'll start hearing people. It's just.
You feel a faint rush of wind.
Well, that's life. Whichever way you turn, fate sticks out a foot to trip you. Hashtag white buff, hashtag Maddox buff.
Ooh,
Thank you.
Thank you, chat.
I'm feeling buff.
Greetings.
Tom,
Hey.
Hello.
Hi.
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 You made it.
why is everything black and white?
What?
We don't see anything
There's no
in
color.
Everything, it's like an old photo.
That is brown. That is red. That is yellow.
Okay. It's just us.
Are you acclimating well?
We haven't really got the chance.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Understandable. So, funny story. There seems to be some sort of complication with your travel in this metaverse. Small complication. The world is absolutely correct. The year is entirely wrong.
What?
I am also currently unable to locate Miss James or Mr. Munson. Currently. Working on it. Everything is well under control.
When you say there's something wrong with the travel, is that just that you can't find them, or is there something else that's affecting us?
I hadn't planned on for you to be here, well, now. Later, yes, but not now. That's fine. So the other troubling bit of information is that of your avatars. So both Miss Malone and Mr. Stinsler's bodies will be found in 5 days from now, murdered. And the case will remain unsolved. Oh, I have also enlisted the aid of another metapilot to assist you in extracting you from this metaverse, as that needs to be done really as quickly as we can. So follow the clues, assuming we figure out how to do that right away. The metapilot is right now online. I actually have to rush right over and say hello to them immediately. I suggest for now that you look into your identities, figure out what your current circumstances are. Apparently you're a detective, so you must have a mystery to solve. Later.
And suddenly Tom's gone.
What?
I hate that.
Eat snacky smalls. Okay.
Rosie,
Yes.
one moment you're fighting the wild hunt as Wayfarer.
Mm-hmm.
The next you find yourself in a white room with no doors or windows. And then there's a guy in a Hawaiian shirt standing in front of you.
Hello,
Hi.
Rosie Harmon.
Yes.
I am the Tactical Operations Matrix. You may call me Tom. I am here to serve.
Well, you can serve me by putting me back where I was.
No, I cannot do that.
Why not?
Because you are needed here.
Where is here? I'm in a room.
Ah, yes. Good eye, Miss Harmon.
Do I know you?
My name is Tom. Your friend Thomas should have spoken about me at some length, as well as your driver Patrick, and Opal 1 is somewhat a creation of mine.
Oh, I liked Opal.
Inadvertently.
I mean, okay. So
I am your benefactor currently, keeping you on the road and out of harm's way from both projects, programs, founders.
you're protecting me from them.
Well, I'm protecting all of you from them currently.
Oh, speaking of all of them, where's everybody else?
That is a wonderful question, and I am glad you asked. I cannot wait to give you the answer to that question, but first I need this thing.
All right. So what thing do you need?
So, you were pulled directly from your metaverse into another metaverse. I had to kind of change the channel on your pod to get you here.
Uh-huh.
So you're still in the same place, and your body is completely safe. You're aboard a Winnebago right now.
Oh, lovely. So I'm by myself in this metaverse without any of my friends.
At the moment, yes.
And you won't tell me where they are.
They are also in their pods in the Winnebago, currently engaged in battle or the aftermath of a battle in Youngstown, Ohio,
Oh, where I just was.
where you just were.
So rather than helping me help my friends, you
The battle
pulled
is
me out.
the battle is won, in part because of you.
Well, duh.
So I need you to help me and other friends that you have. You were best suited to it.
I mean,
I needed the most reliable of the pilots, and you generally fit the bill.
you don't need to butter me up.
I'm not trying to butter you up. I have no need to do that. You're
Good.
here whether you like it or not.
Oh, I'm aware of my
Super.
circumstances.
So, I have some other meta pilots that I've also been trying to foster, nurture.
Mm-hmm.
They are in a bit of a spot here in this metaverse, and they don't have as much experience as any of you.
Okay.
They need a bit of help, assistance. So, they're in the correct metaverse, but they're in the wrong time. So it's very important that we discover and enact the necessary events to move them forward and out of this metaverse.
Right. Okay,
It's
so
very important that they move on.
I mean, I get it. Are you gonna tell me what I need to do to make that happen?
Yes, I have located the nearest available avatar.
Mm-hmm.
Pickings are slim in this particular time period, so while it is not ideally suited, it must do.
I've been everything. It's fine.
This will be a bit different. You had an engagement with aliens sometime back?
Yeah.
A similar situation, not an avatar per se.
I don't speak dolphin, do I? I'm not chirping like those aliens, right?
I do not know.
I can't do it.
Oh, then definitely not. If you can't do it, then you certainly do not speak dolphin.
But I mean, they're not those aliens.
No, this has nothing to do with aliens. I meant merely the odd avatar situation.
Oh, right.
This avatar is not suited for you.
Well, it's fine. It's fine. It's not like I have a choice anyway. You're gonna make me go here no matter what.
No, you need to actually be okay with it. I'm not here to make you do anything against your will, Rosie Harvin. I apologize if you thought that was the case. This room is against your will. Everything from here on out is your choice.
That is the first time someone has given me a choice in this whole time. What do I get out of it?
You help other metapilots.
Mmm.
Ah, the metapilots are friends of friends. They are acquaintances of your other friends. Pilot Aquamarine
Oh.
and Pilot Jenica.
All right.
You would be helping their friends, who are also metapilots, who are also in the same danger that you are in.
Right. Okay, yeah, I'll...
But of course it is your choice. Far be it from me to force you to do something against your will. I repeat, the time is of the essence, so anytime you
Man,
decide
I thought
to...
you were cooler than Thomas. Clearly not.
I am far cooler than Thomas.
You're just as passive-aggressive as he is.
Oh. Yes, well,
Is that in your programming?
I'm afraid it is.
Mm.
But, unlike Thomas, I am 100% here to serve.
I am going to remember you said that. I will do this now because you said that. Thank you so much.
You are
for that
so
bit of
welcome.
Information.
So you accept?
I do.
All right. Be very, very careful of your avatar.
Okay.
Bye!
There's a flash. You're behind the wheel of an older automobile. The radio is playing big band swing tunes. You get a feel for your avatar, reaching out like that Zenda guy told you about, just to get a little of who this person is.
Mm-hmm.
The nose. Funny name. There's another one in there, but she's hiding it. She hides everything. Her boss doesn't even know she's a woman. Hell, he's never even seen her. It's been almost 15 years since anyone lived after laying eyes on her. Part of the deal, her rep, her thing. She hunts people and things for the mob. Important things. She's far from home. You're pulling into Chicago. You're from New York.
Okay.
somebody named Lansky made a deal with the Navy and the U.S. government to keep the ports running smooth and the Nazis out.
What? Sounds like a good plan.
Some kind of deal to get Salvatore Luciano out of prison.
Okay.
Everything had been running smooth for this nose person until last week. A ship got into port and offloaded without the dock boss's permission. They rounded up the crew and searched the ship, but not before a truck loaded with something got away. Lansky called you in. A little creative questioning got to the bottom of things. They didn't know it was in the truck, but the Nazis paid them to smuggle it into the States. Whatever it was, Lansky wanted it found yesterday. So here you are in Chicago, following your nose. You know you're getting close to the truck. Hopefully, whatever was in it is still there. Tom's in your passenger seat.
Sorry about the avatar. Take her right here.
What's wrong with this? This is awful.
Yes.
I want to kill you, like right now.
I'm afraid that's
And
impossible.
that's not just Rosie talking, because she also wants to kill you, but she knows she can't.
I'll be careful.
Oh.
Two of you are going through the desk office, looking at things, trying to get a feel for who this person is. You can't find much personal effects for this Lou Stinsler fellow, but there's all kinds of old cop stuff. It looks like at some point Max was a decorated cop, and then some incident happened and not a decorated cop anymore.
Oh, yeah. That's it.
Thank you, hon.
It is a little loud.
But thank you.
Sorry.
You hear footsteps approaching, and you can hear a rather distinctive voice. And coming up the stairs.
Hello.
Of all the avatars in all the metaverses, she had to leap into this one. A hashtag Rosie above to help you sniff things out. Oh, and Rosie, Tom knows lots of things if you just ask him. I wonder what he knows about the pilot class rankings?
One step ahead of me.
Oh, tell him about those.
Oh, don't worry.
Anyway, you hear the voices of some people coming up the stairs, and you see a figure you do not recognize, but you see that hazy outline like you do when there's a pilot in an avatar. And there's sense of like unease and creepiness when whoever it is just fills you. Like you feel dread looking at this person.
Brony!
I am not Brony.
Okay, I was just checking. It's not Brony.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Are you?
Andy?
Tom is next to this person.
Hello, pilots.
Hey,
This is Rosie Harvin.
Rosie.
You do not know her,
No.
but she knows friends of yours. She's going to be helping you. That's the good news.
Yeah.
The bad news is that she's been put into the avatar of a rather sadistic, scary person.
Yeah.
Who may or may not try to murder you if we're not careful. So, eyes open.
Look, I won't murder you as long as I stay in control. It'll be fine.
Okay.
That is less than comforting, but I appreciate it.
Rosie, this is Wyatt Maxwell.
Uh-huh.
Pleasure.
He is an accountant.
Okay.
And this is Maddox
Accurate
McFernan.
and
She is
complete.
an athlete.
Okay.
That's me overly simplifying.
I noticed. Who do they work for?
They do not work for anyone.
How'd they get pots? How'd you get pots?
They originally were playtesters for the Project Metaverse game.
At the program? At the founders? Who?
At the Project Metaverse establishment,
You're telling me there's a third staff?
there was a building on an island that was attacked recently.
The one I was in? No.
No. That you heard about.
Yeah, you did.
It's the one on the island. You've heard about it from Thomas.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay. All right. Well,
Everything's fine.
I wouldn't trust him as far as you can throw him, and you can't throw him because he's computer generated.
It's annoying, isn't it?
I don't know why you want to hit me. I'm helping.
Yes, and yet somehow you seem to make it so much worse.
I'm sorry, I do not understand.
I know it's not your fault. It's just... This is terrible. We've got 5 days.
Well, I'd say you have closer to 4.
4 days for what?
This is exactly what I was talking about.
Apparently we're
These
gonna
avatars will be found dead in 5 days.
Great. So we're killing more people
No, they are solving their own murder before it happens.
to prevent it.
Correct.
All right.
Do we know how we're supposed to die? Or how we did die?
Do we?
Bullet wounds.
Ah, yes.
Single gunshot wound to the head on both victims.
Self-inflicted?
Yes.
Unsolved case.
Okay.
Where?
It's an old case by the time Tom's files have any access to
I'm
it.
sorry, this is literally like an ancient cold case for me. But yes, single gunshot wound to the head. Both of you. Probably same location.
There was a
Not self-inflicted.
deplorable amount of forensic scientists available in 1942.
We're kind of just getting into fingerprints now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to solve their murders before they happen.
Well, we need to get them out of this metaverse, and that seems the fastest way to do it.
Well, then just take us out of the metaverse. Come on, Tom.
I can do that with you. They need a little bit more help.
We're
Why?
stuck.
Why?
Because you're stuck.
Well,
My understanding is he doesn't have a better answer than that.
I wish I did.
Fine.
I do have a better answer than that. I'm afraid you have to find it. I can't do everything. Look, I can't touch things. For example. Also, I can't answer all of your questions directly.
I apologize.
I can only assure you that it is for your own safety.
okay.
Thank you, Tom.
All right. So what are our leads?
Thus far, none. We essentially just woke up and are trying to get our bearings on what's going on.
All right. Well, what about this paperwork?
The office just seems a mess. Whoever uses this office has 0 organizational skills, which is a complete disparity to the desk that's out front, outside the private. Everything is meticulously
Is
organized.
that the secretary's office?
Secretary's desk. It's Louis
Yes.
Densler's desk. Everything is perfect. There's all the pencils are exactly arranged and sharpened.
Mm-hmm.
It is everything perfect.
Where's the appointment book?
There's quite a full appointment book. All of them are old.
Well, it's got to have appointments in it. Somewhere to
Yes.
start.
3 days ago, the last appointment was for a Myra at 2 p.m.
Myra. But there's nothing booked for like coming up?
Everything after the 3 days ago is just blank. There's nothing there.
One more thing, we can't remember anything that's happened in the last 3 days.
That's normal. It happens.
Have you tried digging into your avatar a little bit?
Oh yeah, what class are you?
I'm sorry, what?
What class pilot are you?
I'm Maddox.
Pretend that we don't know what that means.
Pretend that I do not know what that means.
There was just this like, there's like classes of avatars, like how good you are. I think. I don't actually know. I was trying to be cool, Tom.
I'm sorry. This is new information. I'll be back.
Look, I don't know. Look, I met a bunch of
Not going
avatars
anywhere.
recently. There's this other guy. He was asking us what class we were, and I thought maybe if I asked you that, it would like tell me about your history. It didn't. Don't worry about it.
We've been a couple places, if that's what you mean.
That's good. How many people have you killed?
Oh, well, it depends on what place. I think I've had my fair share.
Yeah.
Oh,
It sucks, doesn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
What? I'm sorry. What are you getting at? What is killing and class numbers? Those are associated.
Well, I mean, I guess I don't know where you've been. I've been a superhero. That's kind of cool.
We were.
Totally curse someone for the rest of their life so that they would die a horrible death.
We were super villains at one point.
Ooh, that could be fun. That could be fun.
Well,
Oh, I'm getting really excited about being a villain. Oh, we need to change topic. Okay.
here was a horrifying thing.
I was
The
in a
first thing we
child.
did-
Okay. I was 2.
The first place we went, when we still thought this was a game, we went to the Bork's village, and we were instructed to kill them for points, which we did.
I did not want to. I want to put it out there. I did not want to.
Very true.
Oh.
So.
And ever since that
I
happened,
am going to force myself to use a meta point to move over because Rosie knows who Borks are.
Okay.
She really likes
closer
Borks.
to Pilot or Avatar?
Pilot.
Okay.
no, that was.
Oh, it's Avatar. I'm moving closer to Pilot.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
Closer to Pilot because he already likes killing things.
Got it.
All right. Oh, okay, all right. So you killed all the cute little Borks. It's fun.
No, it's
We were
pretty
told-
decidedly not fine, but I'm
They
just
were
saying.
their pods were equipped with immersion inhibitors at the time. I removed those right after this incident.
Oh, all right. Well, I mean, look, we've all made mistakes in a metaverse. I can't hold it against you. Don't worry about the class. I don't know. Some guy showed up in our metaverse and he was all like throwing out
Who was it?
angry face man.
Angry face
I don't-
harvester?
No, his name was Zendaya.
Zulu?
You know what? Probably. Who knows? I don't remember names. I don't trust him, so I don't remember his name. It's Zendaya.
It is
Jebediah?
It's
Ronald.
not fucking Jebediah. I'll kill that man the next time I see him.
Okay,
Ronald
yeah, no, I'm
Zenda.
there too.
Ronald Zenda. Zenda, that was his name. I know he's from somewhere else. He talked about classes. I thought maybe like you guys knew something about I was trying to get information. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Well, no, I appreciate it regardless.
Apparently there's classes and avatars. None of us have been classed. I don't
Do you know what points are?
No.
Okay. So maybe it has to do with the points. We were told we get points. That's where the death of the Borks came from. They said you get a point for each death, and then they keep telling us that we have points. And this is a game. That's
They
what
are
they were
currently
saying.
still tallying points.
So maybe it has to do with points, like more or less points. Maybe it's like golf. You don't want points. That would be bad news for me.
Well, given how we've acquired points thus far, I'd say yes. This is exactly like golf. Okay.
Right.
I'm gonna burn a meta point, trying to see if I can get a little more insight into what's going on with Lou.
Yeah. Just dig in.
Digging deep. Max has a lot of cop connections. Maybe that could help.
Well,
They don't like her, but they always seem to do her favors.
Oh God.
There's somebody, Stevenson, some kind of guilt. Stevenson and feeling guilty always helps her out. Every time, she always says, "You owe me, Stevenson," and he does it. It's a vague, weird memory. But repetitive.
well, it seems you have an in with some of your old department mates, somebody named Stevenson in particular.
Yeah.
How many are you burning?
Just one.
Just one right now. I don't really. Well, no.
You have a vague recollection of what he's talking about. You think you can even remember why you took the rap and got kicked off the force so he could keep his job?
Yeah, Stevenson owes me. Yeah, he does.
That was nice of you.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
All right.
You're my secretary?
Assistant, intern, gopher, driver.
They don't call him a secretary because secretary's a dame, see?
Well, I was gonna say like the new Ghostbusters.
Actually, yes.
Yes.
Almost pretty much exactly like that.
Yeah. Okay. I already like the suit.
Young Leopold Stensler showed up at your door one day with dreams of becoming a cop, and you've been kind of grooming him to not be a cop because cops are stupid.
And you'll get kicked off of the force for Stevenson. Do I
And
start?
for the most part, you feel like Max has a bad taste about the cops in Chicago being owned by the outfit.
The outfit. Wardrobe. outfit.
Is that mafia?
Likely.
That's a guy.
Oh yes, go ahead,
Does that
please.
mean anything for me?
Oh yeah, the outfit sounds really familiar to you. The outfit is the counterpart to the Chicago's to the New York five families. The outfit runs Chicago. The five families run New York.
Yeah.
The outfit used to be run by Alphonse Capone. Since we missed last week, some belated birthday presents. Can't wait for Rosie to experience that hashtag LOOT box.
Oh, thank you.
Birthday, Christian.
For my birthday, you got my wife a loot box. Thank you.
Do not make her feel worse than she's already going to after you said that you didn't mean it.
You're awesome.
Didn't I?
No.
Didn't I?
No.
But didn't I?
All right, so hold on. You're telling me that you wait. Did I hear any of that?
Oh yeah.
Great. You used to be a cop.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, okay. All right.
What?
I'm just keeping it down. I'm just suppressing
That-
that now.
That feeling of uneasiness still has not left. Like the closer the worse it gets.
Yeah.
It just feels really creepy, like you're watching that really terrifying scene in the horror movie that's about to jump, and you just have that feeling. It's just stuck. It doesn't go away.
Hey, do you have any heat? Or do you have any weapons? What do you have on you? / put them on the table right now.
Oh, I physically don't think I can put them on the table away from my person unless it is to injure someone else.
If you're worried about Rosie causing you harm with weapons, don't. She has vast metahuman powers at her disposal. She could probably just kill you with her mind if that's the way she was planning on going.
That's actually true.
Okay,
Anyway,
I didn't know
So
that.
much better. Thank you, Tom. You phrase things so delicately.
I just didn't want you to be concerned about the weapons. Although she has several.
Mission
besides the point.
accomplished.
So you said you did something for Stevenson. You took the rat.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Right. Do you think he might hold any worry that you might spill the beans on who actually did the thing? Maybe he wants to kill you. I don't know. Oh, Metaboy.
Metaboy down!
Fully immersed into the hard-boiled private detective, Maxwell Stevenson would never try anything. Ever. He's more loyal than a brother.
So
He's the only cop that you know that's not dirty.
Does my heart titter-pate when I think about him?
His wife.
Oh, there you go. That's what I was looking for. Oh, his wife. Oh. Can I look in all the drawers underneath,
There is a little black book. And
Okay.
it's just phone number after phone number, and each one of them has a very uncomplimentary name attached next to it.
Are they all women?
They are all clearly women.
right?
You're a bit of a womanizer, as it turns out.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Well,
Well, yes, but she's a gem to them, really.
well, I guess we should go to the last appointment in the appointment book.
Elmira?
Maybe it'll spark
says
a
Myra.
memory.
Myra.
It was a
Ira.
couple of days ago. In fact, 3 days ago.
Is it in my black book or is it in my scheduling book?
It's in your schedule. That one's in his.
That's in my schedule.
There is zero organization or scheduling going on in Max's office.
But maybe take it with you just so, if we see someone, be like, oh, she's got a weird nose. And then we look down and it's fucked up nose. I'm like, oh.
Okay, there. Yeah. Are there stars next to the phone numbers in the black book?
Not so much. A few of them get a check mark. next
Oh,
to
okay.
them.
Some of them have check marks. Okay.
Wait, your name is Max Malone?
Check minus.
Oh. You son of a...
What am I missing?
No, they're I don't know if you guys ever watched the show with Sam Malone. He had a little back book, all these girls' numbers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
All right. But let's go to see Myra.
Yes. And yes.
Yeah. Myra.
It's just a name and there's no other information and only a first name.
There's no address, no number.
No. It seems looking through this appointment, they're all people who showed up here.
All right, file.
Meetings were here.
Yeah, it seems
File
like
or
everything's
notes
here.
that were taken or something. Dig through the...
There's a few closed case files that you go through. None of them have anything to
6 years ago, an amazing talent looked me in the eye and said he wanted to start creating together. I was dumbstruck and intimidated but agreed. It's been a heck of a ride and I'm ever grateful. Happy belated birthday, Christian. Love you, my friend. Hashtag meltdown.
Aww.
Who is that?
That's gotta be Chris. Aww. Thanks, buddy. I love you too.
Oh, I'm all teary.
Well, hey, get back into character. We got a game to play and a mystery to solve, damn it. None of this. Gosh, he's the nicest guy.
Thank you.
That was delightful.
That was really good.
Aww.
But you were able to get some memories from Max, and like what's relevant to her is always that notebook in her pocket. Whenever she's done with the case, she tears out the pages, and it's only stuff she's working on that she keeps in that pocket.
Right.
Which she keeps horrible notes up, and then expects Lou to just put everything together from memory, write up a case, and stick it in the files. Which kind of goes through when you're looking through the solved cases. They look like somebody after the fact is trying to just put things together. In some parts, you know, it's very shorthand. Max has altercation in bar.
Well,
That was not her fault.
I am gonna go to my long coat, and I'm guessing I have a pack of smokes.
Oh yeah.
Okay, great. I'm
2.
taking one of those. It's wonderful.
In fact, Max feels weird without a lit cigarette.
Yeah, right. I got that now. I know, I'm not used to this. But it tastes so good at the same time.
Well, considering Maddox is so good food, clean living, and now she's just smoking
Max
a
is
pack
your
of Lucky
opposite.
Strikes.
Horrible eating habits,
No filter.
horrible drinking habits, bad cigarettes.
But I want it.
Have to have it.
I got it.
All right. Well, so there's nothing here. Tom, can you help us? Mira, what's her name?
Oh,
Myra.
you would like me to solve the mystery for you?
No, I don't want you to
Myra.
solve the mystery because I know you won't do that. I want you to help
While
us
they
figure out.
don't make any sense to you, you know that somehow the notebook is relevant.
Yes. You guys, I got this notebook, and it says white door. And,
That sounds like the name of a club.
oh, I was gonna say a band, but door, club's good too. It says white door, and it also says outfit ? And it has Freddy Fastfingers with a line through it.
Freddy Fastfingers?
Do I know Freddy Fastfingers?
Doesn't ring a bell.
Was he the dead guy?
Yeah, there was something the news just played.
You had when you had that little spell, a blackout, you seem to recall the name Freddy Fastfingers was
You
said.
passed.
Yeah, something
You found
about
dead
finding
and
his.
shot up.
Yeah, something about finding a body in Hyde Park.
Maybe if you think about that moment again, the voiceover will replay.
Yes.
He just looks like.
Do not poop, Maddox McCurdy.
I can't deal.
Well, I'm gonna take this quick slug of bourbon.
See if you black out again.
Well, I'm just gonna start the case that
You
way
can
with
kind
a
of
smoke and a drink.
Think back to the memory. That wasn't just a spell you had in window. That was a memory. That was one of Max's memory. Her memories are all like that. She gives herself these voiceovers and talks to herself about herself in the third person.
Don't worry, Christian. For your birthday next year, I will be sure to get Maggie the nicest present. But yeah, happy belated birthday. Thank you for giving me the courage to try to be better than I am.
Oh,
Hashtag Metapoint.
You beautiful creature.
You are better than you think you are.
Yeah,
Never
you're
forget
perfect.
that.
Change nothing. Maybe apologize later. But
you can almost fully feel the memory. You can see a dress and just a wisp of hair for it. Man, did she smell good.
Legs for days. And then as Max sits here and thinks about those legs, she realizes, I'm gonna die. As long as those
Max
legs
does
are
this,
wrapped
it's-
around me.
Right. All right. So
Myra.
Sexy legs, Myra, white door.
Freddy Fastfingers with a line through it.
Pretty fast fingers with one through it.
Fingers ain't fast enough.
James,
Yes.
do I know the phone number of a contact for the outfit here?
You know a few numbers, but that would be breaking your instructions, making contact. You're not even supposed to be here on outfit turf. The peace between the 5 families in the outfit is tenuous at best.
Gotcha.
Especially with Luciano in prison. There was the whole Bugsy Siegel thing out in Vegas, and it just hasn't been the same ever since.
Let's go find a bar.
Max agrees.
I'll drive.
Oh, what do you drive, Mr. Stensley?
A very meticulously kept up 1940 V16 engine Cadillac.
Holy shit!
That's right.
Yeah, that's all right.
Take that V16 out for a little spin.
It is the 1940 V16 Cadillac. For those of you who like authenticity, the places and events are real.
Only the names and superpowers have been changed.
To protect
Yes.
who
To
are we
protect-
kidding? Nobody's innocent.
Yeah, there really aren't any innocent people.
I want to go to the seediest bar in town.
Yes, I know that.
Max knows right where that is. It's her usual hangout.
It's the watering hole.
It's one of the few not mob, not cop bars
It's
in
got
town.
peanuts on the floor, but they don't
But
serve
I assume
peanuts.
that there are people there who are involved in both.
Not particularly. Max has a tendency to avoid both law enforcement and mobsters when she's not working. Both of them seem to strongly dislike her.
Max appreciates a good drink that the good
She
old
tends to
red
drink
blooded
with
American
sailors.
working stiff drink.
Let's drink with like sailors and longshoremen.
Sailors
Guys-
and longshoremen. She's a class act.
Yeah,
Do you know the bartender?
See. Max knows the bartender well.
She knows the whole bar well.
Excellent.
I stroll into the bar. Do we
She's one of the
drive
few
there?
people
Do we
that's
get there?
allowed in without being part of the longshoremen's union or, being one of the dock workers. She's one of the few people that gets a pass and can bring in guests. I mean, even if Lou tried to come in on his own, he'd get beat up and thrown out in the alley.
It's true.
It's happened twice.
But through her drinking prowess and a few fist fights, Max has earned enough of a reputation in this bar not to be trifled with.
We go and we stroll up to the bar. I lead the way, get the seats. I see the bartender. I just flash her 3, throw to my friends, and then comes over with 3 bourbons, and then we all sit down.
Perfect.
And I light another cigarette.
The bar is incredibly smoky.
Yeah. And I
That used to be legal for you youngins.
I'm gonna use the last 2 meta points to jump over here. When the waitress delivers our drinks. So you hear about Freddy?
She seems really uncomfortable as the bartender approaches your table. About 15 feet or so away, just starts shaking and looking really weird, and then sets the stuff, doesn't even seem to pay attention to your question. It gets as far away from the table
Rosie,
as possible.
perhaps we should go over and play darts.
Fine.
I don't know if this is something you've experienced before, but you seem to be provoking a bit of an arachnid reaction in everyone. You just feel wrong.
It's one of your metahuman abilities and one that you have very little control over. I
That's
apologize.
true. I mean, if someone wants to, do something about it.
Not my point.
Rose.
Whiskey?
I'll take the whiskey. I just want them to find out about Freddy from someone at this bar.
Well, no one's going to talk to them with you sitting here.
That is a fair point.
Apart from asking about Freddy, anything else we can do for you?
Oh, I'm gonna walk away right now. I'm gonna go walk with you to go play darts, and I'm going to throw a dart harder than anyone should ever throw a dart.
There's an audible crack as the dart strikes the board and snaps. And these aren't the plastic tipped cheap darts.
The dartboard just cracks in half.
We can't play
pretty.
darts anymore. Drink?
And yourself.
We're sorry, we'll cover the cost of the dartboard.
Yeah, but I'll go
Not
over.
the first one you broke.
Yeah.
I'll go over in the corner with Tom and leave them so that they can not have.
Amazingly enough, wherever she moves, it seems to just create this pocket of people that either, without thinking about it or thinking about it, move away. Even the biggest Popeye-armed looking mean sailor won't even look her in the eye, moves away from her.
Lou, how on earth are we gonna get anything done with that?
Well, I don't think we're going to be able to get much done that doesn't require frightening people with her.
I don't trust her.
Can you give me an investigation check, please? You're going to be using the Max Malone sheet.
Yeah.
Investigations towards the
Oh,
bottom.
there we go. 16. Oh, yeah, 5.
Nobody's ever seen them for sure, but you've got a real strong hunch that that's the notorious hitman for Meyer Lansky, the Nose.
Meyer Lansky.
Nobody else you've ever heard of has a reputation for having that feeling.
Also tell her who Meyer Lansky is.
Meyer Lansky.
Runs the mob of the 5 families in New York in place of Charlie Luciano while he's in prison.
Oh, shit.
The great American Jewish gangster.
Our new friend.
Ahead of his time. Kind of a fan.
Lou, I just told you everything.
He's one of the
I
bad
was
ones.
investigating about.
Well, that is an interesting wrinkle. For now, let's just see what we can get from the bartender. See if she has any information about Freddie and...
Funny thing of it is that nobody's ever seen the Nose, because the Nose kills everyone that sees the Nose.
No one knows.
The Nose.
Yeah, I did it.
You did. Oh god, okay, right, no more minute, I'm stuck here. I'd like to go back to the, I will be back very shortly. I want to go back to the building while they do their investigation. I'd like to go back and I want to smell what happened
Where?
in the office we were just in.
Okay, you head back to the office.
Great.
What do you two do?
I call over that bartender.
All
What's
right.
her name? That pretty little thing?
You got me on the spot here, and I don't like using cast members' names. so
Dinah.
Dinah works.
Like my cat.
You Alice?
Who's
now?
a good little puss?
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh.
And then I have this sweet little whistle to Dinah. Bring her over. New thing.
What you want, Max?
Dinah, what's been going on in this place lately?
Same. It always is.
Time out. What day is it? What day of the week is it?
It's Tuesday, Max.
It's Tuesday.
Respect the aside.
Yeah, there was
You realize for a moment that Max often struggles with recalling the day or time or really any pertinent details that don't have to do with the case that she's on or the woman she's trying to sleep with.
Right.
Tuesday, 1:45 p.m.
Of course.
Without Lou, she'd be lost completely.
Dinah, I'll take another one of these, but before I do, this weekend it was rowdy.
Oh yeah?
Was it? I'm asking you. You were here, weren't you?
Not around here, but
No. What'd you
this
do
is
weekend?
Chicago.
Yeah. Why
There's
didn't I
always
get a
something
call?
You know better, Max.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. I'm just feeling frisky. It's Tuesday.
You're always frisky, Max.
Yeah, well,
Yes, but then there's Tuesday, Frisky.
it's Tuesday frisky. Oh. Hey, there's this place seems real dirty lately. Has there been a lot of commotion? There's like no cleaning up. What's going on around
It's
here?
always this dirty, Max.
God damn it! What do I ask her? It's this dirty. I know it's this dirty. I'm running out of ideas.
Did you
You're not aware of your whereabouts for the last 3 days.
I
Perhaps
know.
she knows.
I was asking her what happened this weekend.
Ask her about you specifically.
Yeah. Dinah.
Yeah, Max?
Where was I?
I have no idea, Max. You
Who
get
was
up to all
working this
kinds
weekend?
of things.
Dinah? I
Oh,
can't
I
remember.
was.
Here?
Yeah, all weekend.
I thought I stopped in Saturday, Sunday. Was I?
You must have not come inside.
Did we see the regulars around? Did you
You
get
see
the
a
regulars?
few of them, but there's not really any traditional regulars. There's a lot of them are working, you know. And of them, while they tolerate you, they're not exactly friends.
Right.
Did you hear anything about Freddy Fingers?
Didn't he get shot up or something a couple of days ago? I thought they found him over in Hyde Park. Serves that 2-bit hood right.
You never was a fan of his, huh? You know, after he did that thing that he did.
Oh, he's just always racking up gambling debts and not paying them.
Yeah, that thing.
Are you all right, Max?
Nice detective work.
You're acting a little funny.
Yeah, I just, I don't feel myself. Sweetheart, can you just pour me
Yeah,
a
I
beer?
get
Maybe
you
I'll
another.
get back to it. Thank you.
With that, she wanders out. You arrive back at the office,
Yeah, alone.
completely alone.
Mm-hmm.
You open up
Got
your
to
nose, and you can smell little
It
details.
always knows.
Details filtering through there. There was
Had to be done.
Max has been in and out at least a couple of times over the past couple of days.
Okay. Always by themselves?
Well, with Lou a couple of times.
Okay.
Once with somebody else you don't know. New scent.
Smell now.
New scent. New person.
Yeah, does
It was
that
definitely with somebody else. Anything more than about a day and a half ago, though, you got nothing. It's too old.
But there's a new scent.
And somebody was with them, and then after that, a lot of new scents came in. A whole large group of people.
Oh, lots of people.
But none of those scents are familiar either.
Okay.
But you can basically mark all
But
of
you have
them.
now,
yeah,
you
no.
have smelled all of those individuals now. You can't identify them by scent at this point.
Excellent. I go back to the bar and I smell.
The only ones you identify are the two that you smelled before.
All right. Well, I'll sit down with you guys. What did you find out?
Freddy was killed in Hyde Park.
Mm-hmm.
Gambling man.
Mm-hmm. Where can we gamble?
All over Chicago.
Yeah, but with the low life that he was, I don't know if he'd be just outside in the streets, like, I don't know, what would he play? Dice?
Stevenson might know.
Oh, that. Stevenson. Pull out my pack of smokes. Pull out another one. Lou. Car.
Sure thing, boss.
Should he meet us at the office?
My office?
You want to meet him at the police station?
You can call
No.
from the bar phone if you want.
Oh. Dinah.
You have a vague recollection that at least half of the business calls, no, let's be honest, about 90% of the business calls that Max makes are from a bar phone.
Yeah, right.
For the first couple of years when you were a private detective, people kept calling the bar to try and hire you.
Mm-hmm.
Then you had to get an office.
Is there a bar phone or is there a
do
phone
you
booth
mean meet
outside?
at the office or the office?
Oh, good question. I know that the nose would really prefer the office that we left here. But that's just because it's more private
Okay.
for killing.
See, it was fine and then.
Dinah, sweetheart, can I use your phone?
Always. Slides the old school rotary phone over.
911.
Not a thing.
Correct. Not a thing. But you do happen to recall Stevenson's number. It takes a minute to get punched through to the desk. You actually have to get connected by an operator.
Yeah.
It's pretty old school.
What number are you trying to reach, sir?
4.
Stevenson!
Four.
Stevenson, what can I do for you?
Stevenson,
Oh, shit.
my office. How soon can you be there?
Give me an hour, Max. Christ.
See you. Oh, wait. Oh, did he hang up?
Yep.
Shit. Tell your wife I said hi.
Adultery. Hilarious. Okay.
What's his wife's name?
It's not Dinah.
Doesn't know it.
I don't.
So it's not
Stevenson
it's
has
not-
made sure that Max never actually met his wife, only got to see pictures.
Yeah, Mrs. Hot Pants Stevenson is what he calls her.
Hot Pants McGee.
Got to see pictures on a desk, and a couple of them, she's looking good.
Yeah, she is.
It only took one comment, and then, that was never going to happen. There was never a family dinner invitation, just nope.
James,
Nope.
I want to roll a notice. I know you said this wasn't a seedy bar, but
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for anyone who might be connected in either way, police or mob. Yeah, it's not a hangout for them, but on the off chance that one of them is
Give me a
here.
notice roll.
That is a 9, so I
One of
beat
the
it.
longshoremen looks Italian.
Do I see a Nazi? I beat it by 7.
Nobody really seems out of place.
Damn.
Though they all seem exceedingly uncomfortable about your presence.
Oh, yeah.
Even when you're not close to them, they seem to keep looking over their shoulders like they expect you to do something terrible any second.
Here's a question for you. What are they looking at? No, seriously, what are they looking at?
I'm gonna go up to the bartender.
She also looks exceedingly uncomfortable.
Right, but I need a drink. I'm gonna shove my glass over, right? And as she's pouring, I'm just gonna take her hand and just start squeezing ever so slightly.
Starts clanking against the glass rather loudly.
I'll lift it up. Not quite.
Pax has a good hashtag hack attack idea, so let's go with that.
Cool.
Cool! Yeah, we're in.
Thanks,
Whatever
Steve.
you want to do.
And I'm just gonna do the thing where you start to bend the fingers back, just slowly.
Rosie Harvin,
Yes.
I find it very interesting that you have no desire to actually kill or hurt anyone, but you have no problem psychologically torturing them.
I'm doing the best I can.
Are you?
Yes.
Really?
No.
Max, your friend is scaring me.
What bar do I go to get information?
I don't know. I don't know what you're looking for. You seem really scared. You can find out anything you want.
So you can tell me?
No, but somebody will tell you you're scary.
She does not have the contacts that you require. You do.
Alright, I'll let go.
She immediately moves as far away from you at the bar as possible, leaving the bottle behind.
You remember they're real, right?
Yes. After that happens, I'm using my buff and I'm going over here.
Nice. So sorry.
Sorry. Oh.
I throw down a couple of dollars. So sorry. We'll take her elsewhere.
I'm leaving right now. So sorry.
You pile back out into the V16 Cadillac and head back to the office. And sit on your thumbs waiting for Stevenson to arrive.
God damn it, Stevenson.
Now, he's nice.
I'd like to sharpen my blade while we wait.
The knock on the door to the office. Hey, Max.
Yeah?
Door opens. Stevenson enters. A tall and square-jawed.
What this bar needs is a little music. Hashtag hack attack.
Oh, thank you.
I am terrified of what they're planning with that.
As
Looks like they've
as
got
are
it.
we
Got a
all.
hack attack!
I am absolutely terrified. Thanks, guys.
Don't be terrified. It'll be great.
I'm in.
I wasn't until the last line there.
I want to be in the corner in the shadows when Stevenson comes in.
Stevenson, I'm not gonna lie, I'm slightly disappointed by your presence. You forgot to bring someone.
Damn it, Max. Is that what this is about?
No, it's not. Come in. Come in. Sit down. I mean, partially, but I still need you in here.
He sits down, helps himself to some of your bourbon. What's going on, Max?
We're looking for information.
When are you not?
Are you hiding?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Don't get sassy, Stevenson.
I mean, I'm still.
The only time you call me is when you want to know something. So let's just get it over with. You know I'm gonna tell you. So let's quit screwing around, Max. Come on.
Myra.
Myra who? There's a lot of Myras.
Do you have any information about Freddy Fingers?
Oh, Fast Fingers. Yes, that's a weird one. Turned up in the park, Hyde Park, 2 days ago. Shot to hell. We started looking into it. Then his body disappeared from the morgue. He's into the outfit for $5 grand in gambling debts. But all my contacts say they didn't do it. They wanted their money. And his body wasn't released. Just not there.
Where in the park was he found?
In Hyde Park? It'd be over off of 24th.
Who was supposed to be working that shift when the body disappeared?
Oh, in the morgue, we don't really got much security. You know, nobody wants dead bodies.
Well, somebody obviously did.
This is the first time anyone's stolen a dead body from the morgue, okay?
I'm gonna need access to the morgue.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Now, calm down. Everything is fine.
They're with us. He's with us. She's with us.
I'm gonna need access to the morgue.
With the body going missing, they kind of tightened up the security. I can't just walk people in there, especially not you.
I'm sorry, let me rephrase. Now listen here, son. You're gonna take me to that goddamn morgue and you're gonna let me investigate all I want, or else you're gonna have a gun right up to your mouth.
You know, that was pretty
A
good.
gun right up to your mouth.
Look, Christian, sometimes on Metaverse you start a sentence and you don't know how it's gonna end.
No, but like I'm gonna use that.
Now, gun right up to your mouth. See?
Right up to your mouth. See, it's
You're
right
gonna step off, son. I'm gonna put a gun right up to your mouth.
Right to your mouth, see?
That's not something I can do.
Oh, I think you can.
I think you can, Stevenson.
You know I can't.
Stevenson, you can't take her there because this is a dame and you can't let her in. Dames don't go in morgues, right? Do they know
I can't
me? Do you
get
know me?
anybody in. Hell, they won't even let me into the morgue.
Well, then who is gonna let us in?
Maybe yourself.
But so there is security, 24-hour security now?
Yeah, they got a couple of beat cops there all the time.
I can take her.
I don't know what the hell you went in the morgue for.
Let's just say we gotta do some sniffing.
You made that sound horrible.
That does sound pretty horrible. Oh yeah, his body just gone.
Hey, Stevenson, all jokes aside, have you heard my name around the office?
Your name is all over town, Max.
You know what I mean.
For what this time? Nothing more than usual.
Well, who did I piss off royally? Who's looking for my head?
It depends on the week, Max. You pissed off almost everybody in town.
What about
the chief
Lou?
don't like you. The outfit don't like you. The papers don't like you.
I like you.
Thank you, Lou. Jesus.
I mean,
your
really,
wife likes me.
we can make it easy. You got two friends, me and Lou. No one else likes you, Max. Because you're an asshole.
I don't need people to like me. I need to figure out something. Look, I got a bad feeling. Something's gonna happen. Something real bad is gonna happen. And it's gonna happen in a couple days, okay?
Oh, something real bad's gonna happen.
Hey, Stevenson.
What more do you want from me? I can't get you into a morgue. I can't get into the morgue. He's missing. I'm damn certain it wasn't the outfit that clipped him. They wanted their $5 grand. I got no leads. Nobody else had clipped Five Fingers. He's a 2-bit hoodlum.
What'd you hear about the white door? Has anything happened about the white door lately?
What's the white door?
I don't know. That club.
There's no club called the White Door.
I just said it sounded like the name of a speakeasy to me.
I was testing to see if it was.
This club called the White Door. Not that is that a new one?
I don't know. There were all these little bits.
One of those fancy fast jazz clubs.
Fast jazz.
They're changing them up all the time.
How far is Hyde Park from the office?
About 15 blocks. Maybe 20. I'm trying to remember the map of Chicago in my head.
Okay.
Ever since someone got upset about me and using a bridge to get to an airport in New York, I've studied maps before the show, so...
Thank you for that.
Yeah, no. Yeah, thanks.
Hey, I go to look at my desk and there's a camera.
Oh, yeah. Old school camera. It's big.
Is there...
It's huge.
There's film rolls in the desk or in the camera still, or there's
It looks like it's set to go.
Rolls or
It looks like it's set to go. No exposures yet.
no exposures yet.
Yep, brand new, ready to go.
But there's no photos like anywhere in the or like. Film
The
rolls
ones
anywhere
you've
in
seen
desk?
some of the photos and some of the old case files that were the solved cases.
Okay.
Has he left yet?
Stevenson, I'll see you later. Oh no.
Oh.
Yes,
No.
You wanna?
Continue.
No,
No, you continue saying goodbye.
I'll be back. You'll be back here. I can't go to the
All right.
station. I won't
You
do
need
that.
something else, Max. You call me. Just keep your head down, okay?
Yeah.
Don't do anything stupid.
Thank you, Stevenson.
As he is leaving,
Oh boy.
yep, sorry, it's Metaverse. As he is leaving, I would like to summon Mercy, who will fly in front of him, blade pointed towards him, and I will say, "What's your wife's name?"
Why?
I just want to know for her. I just want to give her a bone.
Linda.
Thanks. Mercy goes away. Her name's Linda.
That's pretty. It rolls off the tongue. Nice. Linda. Okay. Linda.
What was that?
Oh, it's just my sword from a different metaverse. Don't even worry about it.
You recognize it.
You very much
yeah.
recognize that.
That's your sword.
Yeah. Okay. Did you get that? Did you get that from, was
It's-
it Hex?
Yeah, I was Hex Destiny in Sentinel City.
What?
When we were there, I was Balthazar.
Shut your pie hole.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, you were Grandpa.
That is bizarre.
I know.
I'm sorry. You guys know each other before this, right?
No,
now?
but who we know each other. It's kind of like how I'm helping you because you know who I know.
Where else have you been? Well, scratch that. From our perspective,
What was that? You know? I know? Is
Right,
that-
they know someone that I know, just like, so, like, we don't know each other, but I know Hex, who knows Balthazar, and he knows Balthazar, who knows Hex. They're related.
I'm sorry. Have you not been informed? Who is Balthazar? Who is Hex? I know. This is my secretary. He's been working for me.
Oh, right, you know, it's funny, it's this book series that came out.
Pen pals.
You're pen pals.
Yeah.
Communicating about a book series.
He asked me to come help you with the case, because I'm really good at figuring stuff out.
Just figuring out connections.
He remembered from the 3 days he lost.
It's fine. It's fine, Max.
Hey, her name's Linda.
Yeah. Linda. Linda. Okay. Well, what time is it now?
It's still only afternoon.
in the afternoon.
3:15.
Okay,
PM.
well, I don't think we can't go to the morgue until later, so I'd like to actually stop by Hyde Park before we go to the morgue
Yeah.
and just look at the park, the surrounding buildings, where the body was found, see if there's tape or something still up. Or this has been how many?
Hyde Park is one of the numerous Chicago sub-neighborhoods. As opposed to being an actual park, well, there is an actual park. It is
So where
indicative of the whole neighborhood.
Great. Where was the body though? Then
On 24th.
you said 24th. Okay. Well, let's go.
I'll drive.
Getting there is fairly rapid. the 1940s Chicago had really, really low traffic. Almost
And you have a
none.
V16 engine.
Though surprisingly, the Cadillac V16 engine was not a high-performance motor. It was meant for a luxury experience.
The luxury of a 6,000-pound engine.
I don't know where they came up with the idea. I just couldn't resist when I saw that it was real.
Hey, George Lucas originally thought lightsabers should be heavy. People buy some crazy stuff.
I like it. You get to 24th on Hyde Park. It's been several days, so there's not even crime scene tape at this point.
But what is it? Residential? Is it business?
It's mixed. You know, there's tenement buildings, and it's
Also,
all
it's a city
mixed.
park.
Yeah. And there is a city park there as well.
Okay. Are there?
It's like most of Chicago. It's blended.
Right.
On every block, there's businesses and tenements, new construction, old construction, houses getting ripped down, new stuff getting put up.
Is there any kids?
Of course.
The kids market? Where
Brandon, there's all kinds of people all over the street. It's midday in Chicago and Hyde Park. It's packed.
Yeah, but kids kids like to talk. Kids like to talk, and they're always
Sometimes.
talking when they're playing outside. Is there any kids nearby?
Yeah, you can give them cigarettes.
That's exactly what that was exactly my plan. So where are the kids?
Where's the new
Is there
kid? That's
anyone
what you
playing
want.
jacks or marbles or who?
There's a couple of different groups of kids around.
Okay.
Let's go driving with smokes.
Yeah, I'm going
I'm
to
so
it.
in.
I'm going to the group of kids.
All right.
Oh, that's right. This is the bad guys. I always forget.
Yeah.
I'm going to the kids. And what are they
Hey,
playing?
look, a dame wearing pants.
You want to say that again?
Oh my God, 2 dames wearing pants.
That's the response you get.
Yeah. What's your name, kid?
Georgie,
Hey, Georgie. You know what I am?
a dame in pants?
I'm a detective.
Well, not wrong.
Smart ass.
So you're a dick in pants.
I'm a detective, smart ass. You know what that means?
You detect things?
Good guess.
How did you know that? That's really good.
Hey, I heard there was someone who died here on the streets a couple days ago.
Yeah, there was a body over there a few days ago.
Where was it?
Over on them steps.
Yeah?
Somebody shot him up. I don't know.
On the steps?
Oh yeah, right on the steps.
Did you see it?
No.
You
Know anybody who did?
Know anyone who did?
No, wait. He can't hear me.
No.
Someone just died on the steps right there. No one's talking about it?
I start cracking my knuckles behind her.
It was like
Them to
4
run
in the
like they're
morning or
kids.
something. I don't know.
You
Somebody heard
fucking
gunshots, but it was really, really early. Nobody was out.
Hey, Georgie. You ever had a smoke before? You could play detective with us.
Okay.
Yeah?
All right.
What exactly are you offering this time?
You get mad at me for cracking
Hey
my
kid,
fingers.
want to play detective?
Yeah, they want to play detective. I'll let you wear my hat. I got a smoke
This is
right
not
here.
getting better.
This is starting to make me uncomfortable.
Which steps?
Right over there.
So we go take a look?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
we'll
let's
go
do
over
it.
there. But before we leave, I turned to Georgie. I'm like, Georgie, I'm going to be around town. If you can talk to anyone or if you hear anything about someone who died on the steps right there, I'll give you a treat.
How about you give me that? And I'll think how about you give me that smoke and I'll think about it?
Now I'm fully addicted to these things, so you need to do something for me first. You find out any information, you hear anything, and I'll get you something.
Whatever you say, lady.
And then I take a nickel and I flick it back as I walk to him.
You can buy 2 packs with that.
Yeah, there you go. I give him a nickel.
A wonderful, wonderful description of the V16 motor and the uses of it.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Larry Dixon. We'll see you next week.
I can't
Will we?
say that.
Emerald City Comic Con. He's
Is
coming.
he gonna come be? Oh yeah, all right.
Probably.
Him and
Mercedes.
Mercedes are both going to be there.
Oh wow, maybe we'll run into them.
Well, you guys are supposed to be there Friday, so.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I want to investigate the steps.
Yep. Going.
Well, for your nose, it doesn't help much.
No,
So you're
but
doing manual stuff
I
here.
beat my investigation by 2. 3.
You can find some of the impacts from where the bullets passed through the body and hit the steps.
So he definitely was shot on the steps.
Definitely
This
shot
tells
up on the
us.
steps. How much did you beat that by?
3.
3? That's about all you can really get from it. He was
that's
definitely
fine.
shot
What are
right on the
these-
steps.
What are these steps
Have you used
of?
your bonus
What
yet?
Going up into a tenement building.
I haven't used my bonus yet.
I will investigate as well.
Okay.
Beat it by 4?
About the same thing. It was a .38 caliber revolver that was used.
Okay.
Judging by the impact points and
And you-
deformation.
Right, and we're in a park, so of course smell doesn't help because it's filled with
And you're
everything.
2 days after the
No,
fact,
2
and
days
you got a day and a half maximum
Right.
at best.
How many tenants are in this building? Is it a big building or
It's
what's
pretty
it-
big.
What? Like how many?
You'd say there's
like-
probably at least 60, 80 units in there.
Yeah.
And who knows how many people in a unit.
Right. Right.
Hyde Park, and you're on the south side of Chicago, if any of you are familiar. Max lives and spends her time in the south side.
The unit, this apartment building, it's got to have a sheet on the side with the buttons.
Numbers
the call.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I was gonna
so
say, looking at those names, do I recognize any of them from? Is there a Myra?
Myra there?
Is
Or a
there,
Fred.
Or a Fred?
Frederick.
Nothing.
There's names?
There's a bunch of names, but none of them that ring any bells at all.
Nothing.
And none of them match any of those.
Okay, what about like a building supervisor or like if we can we go in? Talk to like the front desk?
There's no front desk, it's just open. They haven't bothered with things like security codes to get into tenements yet because they just expect if you walk into a tenement, you live there.
Right. Right.
Okay.
But there's no like call if you have a problem.
No, you just walk in and knock on the door of the tenement you want to go to.
Oh, okay.
You're pretty sure if, like most tenements, they're probably one of them is the super and that's their job. But if you don't live there, you don't know which one it is.
Right. Well, I'm gonna walk in and I'm gonna knock on one of the first doors.
An old woman opens the door. Yes.
Good afternoon. How you doing, madam?
I don't want any.
No, I don't. I'm not trying to
Oh,
sell.
I'm sorry. I'll exit the building.
I'm not trying to sell anything. I'm actually wondering, I wanted to rent one of these places, so I'm actually wondering where the building manager is. Do you know what room he has? She or he has?
Oh, sweetheart, you don't want to rent an apartment here.
Oh, but I do. I love the location.
You're far too pretty.
Oh. Please, what's her name?
No. No.
You set yourself up for that one.
I am stopping this right
You
there.
called her pretty. You're setting yourself up.
I mean,
No.
well, I was just really interested in if I renting one of these spaces, and with the budget and location as close to my work, I was wondering if I could just, ask a few questions to the building manager.
I got it in the paper. You got to write New York. The owner lives in New York. He's never here.
Wonderful.
He does applications by mail for renters.
Why am I outside?
Okay.
Ma'am, did you happen to hear anything with shooting the other night?
I heard the shots, but there's always shots. This is Chicago. You close your windows and you don't go outside.
Mm-hmm.
Besides, I heard he was just a 2-bit thug gangster anyway.
That's
Probably deserved it.
Mm-hmm.
They usually do.
Because you're really close to the front steps right here.
Yeah.
Do you remember what time it was?
It was real early. It was still dark out.
If only so Maddox can stop setting children on the path toward emphysema. #MetaPoint.
That's a meta point just for you.
Oh, there's 4 of them.
Oh.
Yeah, thank you.
Maybe you sadistic bastard.
No, I like being here right now. Having fun.
I'm happy here. I live here. Hey, kids.
Sadism.
Here. It's just heroin.
Smoke them if you got them. Here you go.
Here you go. You don't know the dangers. Playing cops
Seriously.
and robbers.
No truck with that, kids.
We're outside. I'm outside.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna wait for them to come outside.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to.
Well, ma'am, thank you so much for answering
Maddox
some
never
questions.
came outside again.
I start to walk into her room with her. No, I'm kidding. Ma'am, thank you so much for your time and answering these questions. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.
You too. Enjoy your day. And ladies and gentlemen, we have unlocked boosted abilities.
Woo! Thank
you.
All right.
For pilots, you'll see that on your sheet listed towards the bottom there.
I don't have any.
I'm using a meta point to go full pilot.
Rosie is now full pilot.
Do you guys back outside?
Yes.
Yes, we're coming out.
Right. Okay. So just don't ask questions. Just go with it. I'm using my sorcery.
Attempting to use your sorcery.
Show us what happened to Freddy Fingers right here. Who killed Fast Freddy? It's 575. It's a haiku.
Give me a sorcery check.
And I'm doing it. So that would be an 8, which beats my sorcery by 6.
8, right? Oh,
By 6.
By 6.
And you know what? Screw it. I'm using my bonus of plus 8, so that it's just has to be a success. That's really, really good.
It's really dark.
Okay, but
You're
I said
standing.
us. I did say us, so you guys can see the vision.
It's really dark. You all have the same view as though it's like first person. It's really dark out. There's a hand outstretched in front of you. It's not dainty, but definitely a woman's hand pointing a 38 revolver. There's a man there. You don't really recognize him, but the description seems to match that Freddy character. And he's looking up and says, "Okay, you better do it. They're gonna be here soon. You gotta do it now, Max." Bam! 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 It's over.
Okay, so then after that ends, I'm gonna go, hey, Dame. Listen here, you blacked out for a minute. I don't know what happened. You just fell on the ground. We picked you back up. Is everything okay?
No.
No. In a word, everything is not okay.
Listen here, Dame. Maybe you need to come sit down over here on the park bench.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to sit down.
It's the seat.
You say so.
It's the seat.
No judgment.
I sit on the park bench and I pull out my little black book and I start looking through the pages.
All of them are empty except for that front page that had those words on it. White door in all caps, Freddy Fast Fingers with a line through it, outfit with a question mark.
Okay.
And North Shore Drilling. Which everyone give me an investigation check, please.
All right.
I'll do no such thing, James.
Oh no.
Well, for you, it actually makes sense that you wouldn't get this one. You're not Chicago natives.
Double 8s.
Yeah, it's about as bad as you can do.
God.
You don't know enough about Chicago for it to really make a difference.
Beat it by 7.
Beat it by 8.
There's no drilling companies in Chicago. What would they drill for?
Yeah.
I mean, homeless?
The goal, you see? Huh?
Maybe there's like cheese sauce.
With some whiz.
Yeah, I feel like this whiz. We're drilling for
Struck a
whiz.
vein.
All right. Lou. I pull off my smokes. Grab a cigarette, light it. Lou. I remember when I said I got all dizzy and I blacked out and I had a narrator?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it just happened again. And I saw Freddy and I saw my gun. My 38. And I heard my name.
So are you saying
I'm saying you didn't do your job this weekend and watch me and be with me of what I was doing. What did I do this weekend? Where were you?
Look,
Where were you this weekend?
you sent me away.
I sent
It's
you
what
away.
it's what I have to assume, because I only do what you tell me to do.
Lou, why do you listen to me? God.
There you go. Chat, you guys are too much.
Now listen here, we don't need to be fighting none. Now
Was I gotta we have the car. Where's the car? Where's the trunk of the car? Where's the car? Where's our car? Where'd you park?
The car's there. The trunk of the car's about half a block that way. The car is this freaking big.
We need to
It
go.
is rather
I wanna
ridiculous.
look around the car. I wanna look under the seats. I wanna go back to the car. I wanna look under
It's
the seats.
meticulously cleaned. Lou can describe the contents of the trunk.
In the trunk, we have a satchel of fake press passes and city official IDs, a Hollywood makeup kit, and then a Thompson 45 and a pump shotgun.
You have a Tommy gun in the trunk.
Because
Yes.
I always get a shotgun.
You do always get a shotgun.
Yeah.
Wow. What time of day is it?
It's about 5
Yeah, it's
evening now. You've been burning some time.
I saw Lou, I think where else would we put it? In my office, do I have a safe in my office? Do I have just a closet
No
and
safe.
a desk and a thing and
Just
What are you
gonna-
trying to find?
Lou, I had a vision that Freddie said my name, said do it, and I saw my gun.
You got your gun on you?
Yeah,
How many bullets are in it?
it's full, loaded, ready to go.
That doesn't mean I didn't use
But to
it.
you, that gun smells fired.
Oh, it does.
You probably know exactly when it was fired, in fact.
Does it smell like? Oh no. it's
About
too
2
long
days ago.
About 2 days ago.
This is what I'm saying. Why don't I remember this? Why don't I remember? Why don't I remember?
I'm no better.
Can you smell? You said you smelled my gun?
Yeah, it's been fired.
Wait, you smelled that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna start to approach the nose kind of like this,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just like,
Trying to get sniffed?
Mm-hmm. You can actually keep your distance. You don't need to be
Oh,
close
okay.
for me to smell you. It's
okay.
bubbles. It's fine.
Should I?
Distant.
Do I
No,
need to-
those
do
go
I
down.
need to do
Down.
that? Okay.
Nice,
Okay.
a strong mixed scent of gun oil, gunpowder, tobacco, ashes, bourbon, body
Some
odor,
snacky.
A little bit
And-
of beer, some
and
cheese.
an
Snacky
almost
smells
permanent mixture of several women's perfumes.
Yeah. No, do any of those perfumes match the perfume I smell in the office?
One of them does.
You wouldn't happen to tell me who you're sleeping with, would you?
Well, I mean,
Or Luke, can you tell me who she's sleeping with?
Well, I can narrow it down. Without the question.
I was gonna say, why weren't you here this weekend?
I don't know where I was this weekend, but unless there's somebody new that I haven't added, this would be the most accurate list.
All
I mean,
right.
I was gonna.
Do it. Let me smell. All right. Now, how many women do I have?
No, I'm not gonna.
No, not happening.
No.
All
No,
right. Fine.
Does she have at least one binder full of women?
at least.
Wow. Well played.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was.
It's a
That was
callback.
very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
a
I like
good one.
At least.
No, I do have that little black book.
Do you know?
Full binders.
Well,
A tiny binder.
here's the thing: is that we're gonna break into the morgue, I assume, right? So I can smell the dead body, and then maybe we can trace where it went.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, here's a question. Do you know...
Nose, would you give me an investigation roll, please?
Yes. That's a 4, so I beat it. Who's the investigation better? Yours. Beat it by 10.
You really hate morgues because they put so much antiseptic and chemicals on things, you can't smell anything in a morgue. It's like putting nose plugs on. Hospitals are almost as bad.
Never.
Any place where they put too much antiseptic and chemicals, you can't smell anything.
Well, we're still going. We still have to go.
Well, you guys can
we'll
ask
see what
questions.
we can find.
Right. But you know what might be helpful is, do you know where these women you sleep with live? Either you.
Probably with
I mean,
their
I assume you
husbands.
drive her there. Sweet. If we could just like go to each one so I could sniff them and then figure out which one came in was the one in the
Which one
office.
So, just to make sure I have this right, we're going to drive around so you can sniff Max's conquests. I'm a fan of this plan.
I'm sorry, do you have something better to do till you go to the morgue?
No, I don't, and time is a ticking.
So is this your plan then?
I mean, it might help us narrow down who's in the office. I'm thinking if you started sleeping with Myra, who knows, but you know.
So yes, this is what you do?
Yeah.
3 hours, several thrown flower pots, several thrown drinks, and 6 slaps in the face later, you have not found that scent.
Okay. All right.
Maddox, why are all these women married?
It's 1942.
I'm afraid I do not understand. I was literally born 4 months ago.
You know what? No.
Okay. That's absolutely fair, Wyatt.
Oh.
Fair question, though.
Thank you.
Okay,
well-
so none of them were the women. I was hoping that would work.
What I would like to do now is
For the
go back to the car, grab that movie makeup kit, and I need you to work your magic, and then make me, or because you don't really got a nose right now. How much makeup do we have?
You got a whole full, Lou has a full
If I-
Hollywood makeup kit
if
and knows
If I
how
might
to
be
use
allowed
it.
to speculate?
You used to make fun of him for it.
Speculate what?
About your situation.
Yes.
As I don't really have any details, I know one thing. In 5 days, you will both be dead.
Yeah.
So you alone are not enough to get this job done. That's why you have other people in you right now. Use them.
Right.
It's general advice. Nothing specific. I'm just saying, Max Malone isn't going to be able to save her own life.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to require you to do that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
A little perspective might be in order,
Yeah.
Maddox.
Joe,
Wait.
if you just think real deep inside, like maybe there's a voice inside you, you know, like a conscience, and maybe you should just think like real hard and like connect with the conscience. She's pooping again. All right, 2.
Back?
Okay. Ow.
Your face stings.
Ow.
Yeah.
Right, okay, but we all saw the vision, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now we can talk about it.
So,
I killed him.
yes.
Maybe.
I mean, look, there's
It's
lots
a-
of people named Max. Look, and just because they used your gun doesn't mean it wasn't a plant.
Or, and if I might offer a different idea, maybe you shot him because he asked you to. That's what it sounded like.
And he might not be dead. It might be that nobody took the body just got up and went away.
It's not like there aren't any metahumans here. Bulletproof is not that uncommon an ability.
That's right. I mean, my person can sniff real good. But that's not normal.
Wait, are you
No, it is not.
are you suggesting that we killed a metapilot? That Freddy Fingers, Fast Fingers would have...
Metahuman.
No, a metahuman, not a metapilot. This metaverse is full of metahumans. It has an entirely large population of people with superhuman abilities.
Right, and if he was in debt, at least we know at least $5,000, which in this time is like a huge amount of money, right? He might have been asking you to kill him so that it looks like he's dead and they stop looking for him and he can make an escape.
It's only like 0.2% of the population, but it makes a big difference. I mean, you do see people flying around from time to time.
Either way, the Vision said that the outfit was coming for him, right? So now they're...
So maybe you were helping him.
Yeah, you're...
Am I part of the...
I mean, that would be my guess.
You are.
I'm not a part of the outfit.
You work for him.
She works for the 5 families.
Yeah, I work for the New York... I mean,
outfit in Chicago.
It works for the New York one.
Why are you here?
I'm here to help solve a mystery.
No, why is the nose here?
Because of the it's the guy in jail.
He's
Lucky Luciano?
Right, I was sent here.
You've been hunting Nazis, yes?
Yes.
What are you doing here?
Remind me of the names.
You think you were following a truck or something?
Right, that had stolen things from a ship dock.
Something got smuggled in or something?
Right, something got smuggled in.
Kind of fuzzy that far over in the pilot section.
Yeah. No, I don't want 12. We're going to 10s.
There you
Just
go.
taking one.
Because you only have one, so.
Oh, good. It's fine.
Yeah, you were definitely here tracking a truck that slipped through the port. And it was definitely Nazis behind it, but you don't know what was on the truck. And, well, you've definitely lost the trail of that truck now.
Yeah. Well, you know, other things
So, apart from the fact that it was Nazi stuff, don't know anything else about what was in the truck?
No. I don't.
You're fairly certain it was not connected to this case, though.
Right, but you're making me think it is now, Tom.
Well, avatars rarely meet without purpose.
Right.
I don't know if the Nose's mission is important in the least. I didn't take that into consideration.
Do you remember what you were doing? What Rosie was doing before this?
Yeah, I was in the body of like this cool like Fey Wayfarer creature that was like not human but not Fey, and like we were in this war and there was this girl who could like mess with metal. It's a long story. I was fighting a war with the Fey.
With who?
With the Fey, like fairies, but like the creepy ones, which was weird because I was Hex Destiny. I was from the Fey in a different body, so I was like internally torn because they were my people, but they're not my people.
Who were you fighting with?
The other metapilots.
Who were they?
Well, there's Jenica and Aquamarine and Crash. Well, he wasn't there on that one though.
Aquamarine is a very familiar name to you.
We were all just different people. Tom was there. I mean, Thomas. You guys got Tom. We have Thomas. It's weird. And ours does not wear a Hawaiian shirt.
You should, though. It's quite stylish.
Before she disappeared a couple of years
do make
ago,
it work.
you were Aquamarine's bodyguard for a while.
So no, I was with them and we were fighting the Fae. It doesn't matter. Anyway, but
Thomas was there, Rosie.
All caps.
Thomas was there.
Thomas was there in the last one, yeah, but it's whatever.
And to answer your question, Alien, the percentage slowly rises over the next several decades of powered beings. This is probably the lowest point for number of powered beings in this universe.
All right. So here's the thing. I can't go into a morgue because it's just
The after the bomb effect.
right, but you guys can. And I don't know why you have a makeup
We have to
but
use
I love it.
Your disguise.
Oh, take it in me.
Okay, well, I would like to look. Can you work your magic to make me look like the health inspector, who's Chicago's health inspector, the mayor? I don't know.
You have a whole satchel of different.
Get your.
You have a feeling this is something that Lou does for Max on a regular basis. Because Lou really, looking at him, is very, very nondescript. He just looks very plain.
Who should I be? Who should I?
Well, I wouldn't go for the mayor or the head of the tax organization because those are both going to be men.
Well, you're magical. You're magical with that makeup.
I'm good. I don't know about that.
Okay. Can you make me like?
I can make you that
Jessica.
good.
You're not going from blonde hottie to Rudy Giuliani in like 5 minutes. That's not happening quickly.
I can make him that good.
Jessica Rabbit?
I don't know
I'm
what
just
that
gonna
is.
throw this
There's
out there.
something like-
You going into a morgue looking like Jessica Rabbit, just maybe not what we're going for.
Well, we'll at
I'm
least,
trying to
but I
think
think
of
we will at
something.
least know which dead people are faking it.
Yeah, right. I was gonna say, is Freddy dead? That would.
Give me an investigation roll, please. Make sure you use the right dice, because you're in the middle.
Oh, I changed.
Gotta use those 12s. But you get to use both sheets now. There's any skills on either sheet you can use.
Oh well, that investigate. Yeah, I beat it by.
You could just do what you pretty much always do with Chicago cops and hand them money.
Yeah.
That seems to work everywhere in Chicago.
Even with me?
With just
Even
about
with
everybody
me?
but you. Yeah.
I was gonna say. Oh, so
I
maybe.
can hand them money.
Okay.
Which is also traditionally why you use
Hey,
Mr.
I know.
Traditionally why you use Mr. Stensler for this kind of work is everyone knows who Max is and doesn't like her. No matter how many times you show up with Lou, no one ever seems to remember or recognize him. He's great. You can send him in everywhere. Nobody pays him any attention at all.
Well, then do you want to just go without
Can't seem to
makeup?
find a girlfriend though.
Yeah.
I was gonna say. Or you can make me look like Linda.
Then she'll just be sitting in front of a mirror for a
Yeah,
while.
yeah.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that.
That seems once again counterproductive.
I'm
No, this is all right.
Yeah, let's go ahead and
Come back
and do that.
Do yourself up, Mr. Miller, or are you just gonna go for the bribe?
How
Let's.
about makeup plus bribe?
Yeah.
Oh, double down.
But no.
That's my
let's-
tactical advice.
Yeah.
Makeup plus bribe?
Makeup plus bribe.
Luke, I love you. You are a treasure. Thank you for being a part of this. Hashtag MetaPoint.
Thank you for having.
Thank you, chat.
We'll take it.
All right, good. What relevant skill are we going to use over there?
Well, we will use disguise first. First on that end, and then ultimately, once I get there, we're going to use a combination of bribe / being nice.
I was gonna say being nice is solid.
Yeah, Lou really wanted to break into pictures as a young person, but the constantly being nice to people just really didn't pan out. Never got to have that career, but man, did he get the makeup down.
There you go.
You take what you can.
He still does amateur theatricals every couple.
And no one ever remembers his performances.
Always very much supporting roles. You know.
Oh, I was guy number 3 in that play.
He's always been Volio.
Always Benvolio. Anytime someone does a production of You Can't Take It With You, he's Henderson. Yeah.
All right.
Give me that disguise roll.
Yeah.
And remember, you have not used your bonus.
Yeah, that's going to happen right now. 'Cause,
Excellent.
That did not go well. So I beat it by 6.
Lou is completely unrecognizable after about 10 minutes with his Hollywood makeup kit.
I love it.
Straight up Zoolander style.
It always surprises you how good he can do it.
Damn, Lou. Looking sharp.
Working? All right.
Yeah. Here's some money.
They're going to the morgue.
How much money do you have?
I can't go to the morgue.
Okay.
I mean, how much is enough? $5?
Anytime I've done this in the past, what's the usual going rate?
10 or 20, depending upon what you need.
Let's go ahead and.
Are you low,
Tens.
wait? Are you low on funds?
Well, I mean.
All right.
Yes. Yes,
what do you
we
think?
are.
All right then. Loot box.
Loot box is used.
Is this enough? It was all I could fit in the box.
Ah, there is a veritable
10s
S
and 20s, like you asked for.
of cash.
Thank you, Tom.
You are welcome.
Okay.
Well,
Let's-
just give them 110 at first. Don't. That is a lot of money, and that could be coming you just 110. Don't hand him a treasure chest.
I'm not handing them a treasure chest. I'm just saying I think we can afford a crisp 20.
Now you're getting sassy because you know,
It goes
you're
with the look.
recognizable. You're putting on makeup, now people notice you, and now you're getting sassy.
Sorry, you're right.
How dare you show any personality?
You arrive at the morgue in full costume.
We're waiting outside in the car. We're right.
You're gonna have to drive to the morgue.
Yeah.
But
and
you're
park.
going in alone.
You're gonna go.
Because
You
if
get
we
out.
keep
There's
going-
2 cops standing out front.
I'm not
coffee.
gonna be there because I don't want to cause any sense of uneasiness or disruption for what you're doing.
So you're gonna wait in the office?
I have something else I want to do, but you
Okay,
can do this
get
first.
there.
But I'm letting you guys know there's gonna be no like awkward feelings
Okay,
from
cool.
people
Okay.
nearby because that would mess up the whole mission.
There's 2 beat cops standing out front.
I'm in the car.
They look entirely bored.
Gentlemen, how are you doing this fine day?
We're all right. What can we do for you, sir?
Well, this is perhaps a bit unusual, but I was hoping you'd let me in the morgue. I have something I'm looking into off the books, but I will definitely make it worth your while.
Though each other kind of shrug a little. One of them turns around and kind of just puts his hand out. Oh, I don't know, man. That seems like a complicated thing.
2 20s.
You just put him in his hand?
Well, I was hoping that this might uncomplicate things, and
I think we gotta go check on something over there. And the 2 cops stop to walk away.
Thank you for your service.
Do I see them walk away?
You see 2
There
cops
you go.
walking away from the entrance. They walk over about 50, 60 feet around the corner of the building, and both of them just light a couple of smokes up on the corner of the building.
I tip my
Kind of
fedora.
standing where they just can't see the entrance.
I tip my fedora and walk in with him.
You're inside the morgue.
Yes.
Want to take a look around, see if I can find any documentation about.
Well,
Freddy
because of
Fazbear?
your experience with such things of organized documentation, you climb behind that desk right away and start digging into files.
Yep.
You find the most recent ones. Give me an investigation roll. Let's see if you find Freddy's file.
Beat it by 3.
You find Freddy's file. He was brought in, 3 gunshot wounds, DOA. They performed the autopsy, cut him open, sent off his organs to a medical school, and then his body went missing.
Oh shoot.
What is the medical school in town?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, I'll jot that
They
down.
sent
in
his
my,
organs off to the
notepad.
local uni. What the hell?
Okay.
So what else is there? There's a desk and what else? There's
Like a couple of doors to
cooler.
the different rooms. Yeah, it's really rather bare bones, and we're pre-computer age, so it's all
Right.
handwritten files.
right.
But it's also 1942, so you don't need to be typing in 40 homicides a day. One person sitting behind the desk working a 9 to 5 can enter the data by manually pretty easily.
Are there is there a closet of like belongings
No.
of the people who were in
When
there?
they get brought to the morgue, belongings are not with them. Those are held in evidence at the police station.
Okay.
Or given back to their families, or vice versa, all those things. But personal effects don't go to the morgue.
I want to take a look through some of the other recent ones, just see if there's anyone else that stands out. Specifically, if there's a Mara.
No names stand out, and it's fairly typical for Chicago. A lot of homicides. I mean, just how things are.
Yeah.
Most of them are much like Freddy. You don't really know the name, but you heard the name in some sort. Another 2-bit scumbag, another hustler. oh, that guy worked for this person or another. And the majority of people who are getting killed are involved in gangland or cops. It had the niceness and the conflict of the time that innocent bystanders were rarely involved. Both sides kind of had a code of conduct in not involving other people.
Did his paperwork say which cooler he was in?
It's got a tag number, yeah.
A tag number?
Can go find.
Can I go to that place where he, like the tag or the tray?
It's just an empty.
Yeah.
It's empty.
There's nothing. Can
Yeah,
I?
Empty.
Cleaned out and
Completely antiseptic clean. This whole room is like antiseptic. It's bleach everywhere. The smell is atrocious.
right.
And under it, a little bit of rotting meat kind of smell.
Do we have the names or business cards or information of the people who work at the morgue?
No, it's just whatever Joe Schmo guy's working at the morgue on any given day. It's a bottom end job.
Of people
It's about the same as being like a city parks cleaner. They enter manually stuff in records. A morgue worker has no real.
Okay.
Law enforcement check. Is it common to harvest the organs for further investigation?
Usually with go give me a check. But yeah, I can give you a lot of details or very few.
Beat it by 7.
It is not excessively common. Usually it's in the case if someone has left instructions for that.
Like a higher up within the organization has left instructions.
Instructions specifically for that.
Okay.
And it's not particularly common. Usually when it happens, it's someone, and it's part of their will, and it's not like right away. It takes, sometimes a week or so after the body's in the morgue for those parts.
But this has only been here 3 days.
Yeah, it was missing the day after it showed up. It was gone.
Any information about who performed the autopsy on the...
There's only one chief medical examiner. You know him. David's is an absolute prick.
David?
Yeah, David's is an absolute prick.
Yeah.
And really, really hates you.
Great.
It might have something to do with, his wife.
Well, we met her earlier today.
That one didn't turn out so well. That was before Max learned the valuable lesson of not crapping where she eats.
I think we, and of course by we I mean I, might need to talk to David's.
Yeah. Well, is there anything else around here? There's nothing really left.
If there's no body, you've read the only file on Freddy.
Yep.
At least you got something else here.
And there's no
nothing
other
else
bodies
here.
there.
There's all kinds of bodies. It's a morgue, but
Right, but it's
No, I mean that we recognize.
No.
We looked at names.
just random hoods and car accident victims. The stuff that happens. Nothing abnormal.
I'd say let's get out of here then and...
Yeah.
What is it that you were trying to do?
Well, as Tom reminded me, my person is here for a reason. And since I can't go to the morgue, or I don't want to go to the morgue, rather.
Yeah, it's more not wanting to go to the morgue.
So I'm going to use the triple play, because I'm at 10s, and I'm going to perform sorcery.
Okay.
Would you like me to roll first?
Yes, I would.
Okay. Thank God I used a triple play, because I get to re-roll the highest one, right?
Correct. Keep the low one.
Shit. That's worse.
11. So you only beat it by 3.
Beat it by 3.
All right.
I did beat it by 3.
So your margin is currently 3. What are you attempting to do?
Wind.
You still have your +8.
No, I used it.
Oh, did you? Yep.
Wind, bring back the scent. Smell me the path to the truck. Instant connection.
Yeah, you pick that up right away.
Great. So
It's
now
old, but
I've got the truck back because I lost it. I lost the scent, so now I've got it.
yeah, you could definitely follow that trail.
Great. I'd like to start to. I first want to open a loot box. I'm by myself.
Loot box.
Hold on. You have to ask.
Hey Tom,
Yes.
I want one of those loot box things. You gave him a bunch of money. I want something fun too.
Like what?
I don't know, something that can help me.
I don't know what you're attempting to do.
Oh, well, either help me solve this murder, or give me something that will help me when I find out where the truck is, or how to get to the truck, or I don't know how these loot boxes work. I don't know. Thomas doesn't have them. I feel like he's been holding out on us, and I'm kind of not okay with it because you just gave him a buttload of money, and there have been times when we've been somewhere and we were like, Thomas, can you help us? And he's all like,
Oh my goodness, you sound exactly like him.
I know. Anyway, I don't know how the loop. Can I just try one?
You have to need something. You don't even know what you're doing.
I'm going to put it
Your
back.
purpose is unclear to me. Therefore, no loot box.
Oh, you're totally connected to Thomas. Fine. There goes my fun.
I really want to help you, but you're not even telling me what you're trying to do. So no.
I get it.
Do you?
Right.
Because I don't think you do.
I do get it. When I'm in need, then I will ask for one, I guess. It's fine.
If you even just told me what you were trying to do, I could at least try to help you.
I'm trying to track the truck that the nose came here to follow.
And you can't find it?
No, I can find the truck.
So you know where it is? So you need
You
nothing.
can follow the trail.
I'm gonna follow the trail. Okay, we'll talk in a minute. I'll follow
You
the
need
trail.
a car.
Oh, that'd be great. I do need a way to get around. I don't know if car, maybe like a motorcycle or like a horse. I haven't ridden a horse in a really long time.
I want you to understand that the loot box will contain whatever you need. But it has to fit in the box.
It's trunk sized.
Well, why would you offer me a car?
Oh, it would have been a matchbox. You don't need a car. You have a car right there.
No, they took the car.
No, they have their own car. You
Oh.
drove here.
What
Oh,
I'm
you told me
trying,
to steal a car.
I can get you the keys to that very easily. See?
Alright, fine. All right. Keys.
That car?
No, that one. I like that color more.
It's a student.
I don't know.
I mean, that's fine. Loot box!
Jesus Christ. Give me something from a goddamn loot box.
And what is in the
Never
loot
got
box,
no loot
Tom?
box.
The keys to that car.
Jesus.
In fact, the keys to that car are another. They even have a rabbit's foot attached to
He
them.
was sassy. You're right. He was sassy. Sassy Tom. All right, I get in the car and I drive following the side with the window open, almost like a dog, slightly up the window.
Oh yeah, it's something you've done more than once. It only takes about 20 minutes following a trail.
Where does it lead?
The Nose's trail. You lead to a warehouse. It's empty.
What, a warehouse? Never would have expected that.
It's empty, but there are other scents here.
Any scents that are familiar?
Not that are familiar, but somebody came here, the truck left, they took something off the truck and left with it.
Follow that trail.
Yeah, well, that's true.
At this point, you guys arrive back at the office. The Nose is nowhere to be seen.
I left a note.
Oh, there in fact is a note then. What does this note say?
Out.
Okay. That is the lovely detailed note you have.
Now, if I had to try and pin this down, I think she's out.
She's at a warehouse a few miles from here.
Thanks, Tom.
You're welcome.
What do you look like right now?
He has not taken the makeup off.
Wonderful.
What did you make yourself up to look like? It wasn't a beautiful woman, was it? Because otherwise you could be in some trouble right now.
Yeah. I know well enough to have not made that mistake.
A second time.
A second time. There was a learning curve.
There always is.
Hey, boss, check this. No.
No.
So you catch up to the Nose as she is following a trail that leads to the back door of the Calcutta Club. On Clark Street and Chicago Avenue. Thank you very much.
Does it have to be white? White?
Nope. It's a roaring joint.
Seven
You know, the drinks are strong, they got good cabaret dancers, and there's supposed to be some crazy bands that play.
Man, I was trying to make a cabaret Nazi joke there, and it just didn't work out. You know, right?
Her current location is here.
I assume I can smell it coming.
You both pull up at about the same time.
Oh, hell yeah.
Them getting directions from Tom and you following your nose, not unlike a bird and loops of fruit.
Okay.
Yeah,
Where were you?
I was, so my person has his own mission. I was trying to see, like we're connected. And I know that Tom said he just threw me in the nearest avatar, but maybe there's a reason. I don't know. I was thinking maybe I'd get led to a white door. I didn't. But we're here.
Yeah.
Still worth a shot.
Worth a shot, right? And did you learn anything?
Yeah.
So, his organs were removed and
Gross.
and sent for review at a medical facility.
School.
We can follow up. We can follow up there, but I think unfortunately, following up with the coroner is probably going to be the better course of action to try and figure out why that was done in the first place.
Right. Okay. All right. But we can't do that till tomorrow, I assume.
It would have been in the will, right?
Yes.
If that was an instruction, certainly.
Right. Why would somebody want their organs immediately moved and transferred somewhere else?
So they could regrow somewhere else? That'd be my guess.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's weird.
That makes
a
weird amount of sense.
Look,
Yes.
I've seen weirder things, man. I mean, Lady Vale's come back to life like, I don't know,
Also,
40 times.
and I'm no master of magic like 2/3 of you, but sorry, it just sounds like farts.
It's not. It's the chair always out.
It is the chair.
The chair.
He would know if it was my farting.
Why would I know? Oh.
The
Like I said, I am no
The
master
nose.
of magic like two of you, but if we did happen upon one or two of these organs, isn't genetic material a great way to track somebody with a spell?
Yes. Yes.
With a spell?
Right. No, you.
Will you give me an investigation roll, please, Max?
I did not beat it. I lost by 1, but I got this plus 10.
What do you got over there?
14. Oh wait, 16. Oh, I did beat
see
it.
your math is a little off
yeah.
there. You did beat
Yeah.
that. Okay, so you can
I thought
still
it was
on that
13.
plus 10. You're familiar with the Calcutta Club. It's a known hangout and establishment of the infamous
dancers
Joey
there.
Battas.
Joey Battis.
#1 guy of Frank the Enforcer Nivy, the head of the Chicago outfit.
Oh, great. Cool.
Capone's replacement.
Capone's appointed replacement.
So we're in deep.
Yeah.
Instantly to the deep end.
Yeah.
Don't think small.
You've had a few run-ins with Joey Battas before. You aren't the best of friends.
You don't have game like I do.
But he's like 4 times his hands.
Yeah, I guess.
The ratio.
That's really underplaying it. He's even more handsy than that, let's be honest.
Hey, Tom.
Yes.
Are there meta points in those loot boxes?
What does a meta point look like? Yes, that's what I thought.
It's squishy like a starburst.
They're not physical objects.
I was
It's
just,
just
it was
a-
worth a shot asking. I don't
It
know.
is
That
merely
was
a
worth
game
a shot.
representation of you forcing your will upon the avatar and not a big shiny object
It
like
was
you
just-
apparently
okay,
thought it
alright,
was for the
alright,
last
shush,
2 years right up
shush.
until now.
That is not true. All right, all right.
Yes, big bag full of meta points for everyone.
Hey, you've got to try wishing for more wishes.
Right, you do. I mean, come on. I'm not an idiot. All right. Don't even. So, hear me out, guys. My person needs to know what was brought into this location.
Yep, your trail leads to the back door of this club.
This person also might have some information on Freddie or, you know, just mob dealings. I mean, Freddie was indebted to the mob.
For $5,000 over gambling.
Yes, thank you.
I'm helping
I'm just suggesting that
Which
if...
should be noted is an extremely significant sum.
Right, no, I
And
know.
afford it.
And he wanted to get away. I'm just saying that maybe the person I'm in has certain talents that could be exercised.
Are you a
What
dancer?
are you not saying?
Are you a dancer?
I am not, but I am very good at questioning people and have a certain reputation, and through violent means might be able to get information that I need and you need.
Who are you suggesting meeting with Joey one-on-one? With Joey?
I'm suggesting I walk in there and ask for Joey, yeah, and that anyone who gets in my way just doesn't make it out tonight. I mean, it's an extreme case. You might, I know it's not a good plan, but
It's an option.
I mean, I don't see you walking into this bar, sweetheart, and coming out in one piece.
Well, I also it's a burlesque
Why will you
club,
not be
and
guarding them?
We have a makeup artist.
I'd be guarding them. I was just trying not to sacrifice them. I was just trying to sacrifice myself. You want to come along?
Yes.
Yes, let everyone play.
You stroll into the Calcutta Club. There is a band on the stage
I use
playing
Metapoint.
music like you have never heard
Meta point
before.
down.
Last one. It is one of the new hit all-girl bands. They got a new sax and bass player, and their lead singer happens to be Cecilia Sinclair, your old flame, Max.
Oh!
Oh dear.
Lou remembers everything.
Somebody. pour
They're
her into
currently
that
doing
dress.
they're currently performing their smash hit Bubblegum Parachute Flat Pants. Yeah. You know how it goes. I'm not finishing it. I'm never going to say that phrase.
I disagree. You will.
I'm throwing that out as a challenge.
Oh, no. They can just make you do that.
They can make me do a lot of things. I'm not sure they can make me do that.
But I won't do that.
Yeah, that was also a challenge. The club is rather hopping. They have cabaret dancers on stage as well. There are card tables that are full. It is like every scene from every gangster movie you've ever seen. Everyone is dressed impeccably well for being such two-bit hoodlum scumbag murderers and psychopaths.
Right.
They really dressed well. I mean, they were murderers, but they murdered with style.
Yes.
Can I smell the person that was in the office?
You smell a lot of people. You don't smell those ones directly,
Okay.
no. And you don't smell the individuals who you tracked to the back door of this place.
So once you get to the door, they didn't go through it.
She couldn't go through the back
That's
door.
how your magical power works.
But she couldn't go through the back door. She had to go to the front of the establishment, like any place else.
Right, I gotta go to the back door to smell them.
You're gonna have to get to the back door to pick up the, or at least closer.
No,
Where-
I assumed.
Wherever they
meant
came
her.
in, if they came in the back, they did not come out here onto the dance floor or card floor.
Right, I just wanted to know the person who was in her office that I saw.
Don't
was
smell
here.
her
That's
either.
all I wanted to know. Maybe it was Myra.
But there are a lot of smells around with so many people, and it's hard to keep them all straight.
Right, but I mean, I would.
You think maybe some of the people in here might have been part of that big group that came in later?
Okay.
Maybe.
It's hard to tell.
But it is
because-
really hard to tell, and you couldn't pinpoint exactly who unless you got really close in their personal business.
Yeah, I don't want to do that yet. All right. Something funny happened?
They were letting you know that they changed the name to be period specific, so you not saying it completely ruins their joke.
Okay.
That they paid lots of money for it.
All right, I get you. I skipped over that part. You are right. I apologize. We will go back and recover. In fact, they did change over it, and I didn't read that part because I'm so used to the one that I hate so much being said.
Oh, the one that I made up? Well, fuck you.
I'll take that.
I'm gonna put a gun right up to your mouth.
Hell yeah, James.
Nah.
So glad I let you take over my show, knowing that you hate everything about it.
I don't hate everything about
Christian.
Sorry, this is really fun for me.
I know it's
I
fun
can
for you,
tell.
but it's never fun for anyone else.
However, the true name of their hit, because it is also, it is very, very pretty. Make sure I reading this right. I apologize if I get this wrong, but I believe it is bubblegum parachute flap spats vape. Which, you know, I kind of dig the spats line.
Yeah.
That's
Well
good.
played.
That's good. Oh, that's good.
There. But I'm not saying the other one.
Just say what's on the damn paper.
This one I'll say.
Flat spats vape.
Bubblegum
Bubblegum parachute. Flat spats vape.
vape.
That's a mouthful.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
They could sing any song they want as long as they keep
No, it's gotta
singing
be
and
the
doing their
bubblegum
thing.
parachute spats
isn't it?
flat vape. Bubblegum parachute spats flat vape.
Yes, that is the song that they are doing on stage right now.
Ah, yes. That's a really good. I'm glad this is playing.
The club is very full. Sitting up on the elevated VIP table is, of course, Joe Batters himself.
Okay, alright, so we see him.
Surrounded by sycophants and his little lackeys. And every 2-bit gangster and thug who just wants to make it. They're as bad as people trying to get into Hollywood.
Well, you look like you, I look like me. You don't look like you.
Right.
Even though no one knows.
Speaking
what you
of,
look like.
Joe's looking right at you.
Great, I tip my fedora down, but
Just whispers something into somebody's ear.
they spotted me.
Yeah.
They know I'm here. Do they see Nose?
They don't seem to be paying him any attention, or her, or whoever that is that's beside you. Or Stensler either. He's just looking at you.
Right. Well, okay.
I'm just gonna sit. I'm right next to you.
Are you coming with me?
Are you going straight up there?
I mean, it's his club. He's waving me over out of respect. If I don't come
All right.
over, it's gonna start shit.
I'll be behind you.
Okay, great. Are you coming?
Yeah.
You are my cousin. You're my nephew.
Yeah.
We're trying to, okay?
Yeah.
You are my nephew, and your name is Lou. What's your name? Jay.
My parents sent me here to broaden me.
There you go. There you go. Jay.
Broad him, all right.
Let's go. We're going up.
Go up to the table. It is,
Out of respect.
again, like every classic gangster movie. He's got all the people around him, the girls hanging on his arms.
Mm-hmm.
It's Joe Batters.
Mm-hmm.
He is a big, muscular guy with a permanently broken nose. He's not the most handsome man.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like he has seen quite a few fights.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing in my club, Max?
Just try and enjoy all these women, man. Like, you know. And I give the girl next to him a wink. Hey, darling. You know, how are you?
Knock that shit off.
Hey, you set yourself up a great establishment. I am trying to enjoy myself, okay?
You know you're not allowed in here, Max.
No.
Are we gonna go through this again?
I haven't done anything so far. I came here, I wanted to see some dancers. I gave you some money for some drinks. Can I please? Joey, we both know that you've got the best women in all of town here.
Yeah, what the hell are you really doing here, Max?
Why doesn't anyone
Drop the
believe
line.
me? Okay, fine. This is my nephew, Jay.
It's an honor, sir.
Cute kid.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want? Why are you in my club?
I'm trying to show him a good time.
And so you take him to my club? You trying to get him shot?
Okay, Joey, like, did I come in here
I
all
don't
heated?
think she likes you very much, kid.
I've gotten that impression.
Then again, she don't like anybody very much. Should see how she runs that little assistant of hers around.
Really?
Beats him like a dog.
Well,
Jay.
sometimes perception's a difficult thing. And, thank you for your warning, sir.
Jay, thank the man.
Thank you again, sir.
So what do you want, Max? Why are you in my club? No bullshit.
We're wondering about.
Is this guy from New York? No, here.
We were just, looking around,
Mm-hmm.
and we were wondering about Freddy Fastfingers, how that went down.
You seen Freddy? I heard he got shot up.
So did I.
Send to us for 5 large. Then we ain't gonna get no money. Dumb son of a bitch. Don't know how he got himself shot.
I guess that's what we're trying to figure out right now.
Oh, you think it was us? You think we shot the guy who owes us 5 large?
Now, with all respect, I don't
We
think
didn't have
anybody-
him whacked.
Yeah, I don't
We
think
wanted his
anybody
money,
thinks that
not
you
his
were
life.
trying to give up 5,000.
Just gambling debts?
Freddy had a gambling problem. You know that.
I know, but that's a lot. That's a lot.
Freddy could gamble. I mean, I extended him a line of credit and he took it. That was his choice. Now I don't get nothing.
Sorry. I'm gonna go get Joey here, a drink real quick. Do you mind if I get him a drink real quick?
Go right ahead.
Okay, I'm
Help
gonna go
yourselves.
Hey, did we count that money in that chest?
I bet we've got 5.
Yeah? I mean, but if we paid off the debts, like, what would that do? Like, I mean... do you
Apart
think
from
that's gonna-
confuse him?
Yeah, right. But we have it, right? I mean, we do have that much.
Yeah.
But why pay off the debt of a dead man?
I don't know, but I'm just saying that's also an option. You wanted to come in here and murder him. So I
I wasn't gonna murder him. I was just gonna get some information.
No, I understand that through intense violence, which is fine, like it's fine. I'm just looking at options, trying to figure out what to do because I'm lost.
Well, it's pretty clear that we don't think that they killed him.
Yeah.
Lou, you notice the bartender's looking over you guys pretty intently and he's on the phone.
Ah, shit.
We're getting ratted.
Go out through the back.
Mm-hmm.
You guys
Where's-
head for the kitchen.
Okay.
Head for the kitchen. This has never gone wrong before.
No, there's lots of weapons in the kitchen that can be used to our advantage.
By the time you get to the doors, you notice that a few of the guys from Joey's table have definitely got up and followed you. And you get about halfway into the kitchen, and they're preparing food. Kind of got the line on one side and all the dish racks on the other. And several other well-dressed men come in on the other side. And you got well-dressed men behind you, well-dressed men in front of you. And let's roll initiative.
Can I smell the people?
No one you're familiar with again,
But none from the
none
truck.
from that truck
Okay,
too.
great.
No.
Not close enough.
But you can
Oh,
smell a lot of gun oil and gunpowder.
Yeah. 15.
15,
21.
21,
11.
11,
Oh, right in the middle. Shit.
Me too.
and 16 for me. Before we start the fight, I'm going to use that meltdown, and you're going to
Oh.
swap spots for the first round.
Oh!
So because we only have 3 of you, I'm just going to make it really easy on you, and we'll play a little musical chairs action.
Alright, we're just passing sheets though, right?
Yep, just avatars.
Yeah.
You're only temporarily training avatars, so keep your pilot. You just temporarily have another avatar for the round to borrow. Wyatt, you are still first.
Wait, so am I on his, right?
Nope,
Mine.
use
No.
Mine,
your
but
chart,
his guy.
but
Got it.
your characters, or
Mhm.
excuse me, your pilot,
Right.
his avatar.
Mhm, but this.
You're just swapped for a second.
Yeah.
And we're gonna burn that meltdown there. There we go.
As we all quickly read the sheets.
Mm-hmm.
Familiarize yourself, and then you are first, Mr. Maxwell.
Oh.
And by the way, that was really cool with Spats. I didn't see that part. I really didn't mean to be mean.
Well, that was
Spats
good.
is great.
Spats is
Bubblegum
delightful.
finger sheets, spats. Spats. What? Spats? Something big.
Bubblegum, parachute, flap, spats.
Flap spats.
Which flap spats is pretty great.
Yeah.
That's the name of a villain in like a Batman cartoon, like Flap Spats. I'm not wrong.
No, you're not. That's ridiculously on brand. Okay, I am going to pull out some of my handcrafted explosives. Gentlemen, I am feeling generous today. You may not know me, but I am certain that you know my reputation. My friends and I are going to leave through this door right now, or we will engage in a little bit of ultra-violence. The choice is yours. Please use your discretion.
I believe that the nose has an appropriate skill that you might use in this situation. Perhaps.
Oh boy.
There's not as much. Well, demolition certainly.
And throwing is demolition.
But are you looking for intimidate, James?
But I'm looking for intimidate. Yeah.
Or something very similar in nature that could be very related.
Torture, I'd say.
Cool.
Of the psychological variety.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're saying that you have the torture skill?
That is correct.
Okay, give me a check on your torture skill.
Also horrifying. I beat it by 13.
Beat it by 13. Are you doing the horrifying?
Oh yeah, the full-on aura of unease. Yeah, flashing that as much as possible.
The group in the front kind of steps a little bit to each side. They're looking at each other, looking behind you with the other group, looking at each other. And nobody just seems willing to just skin that smoke wagon and go to work.
Yeah. Very
For the
much
first
appreciated,
time,
gentlemen.
there's a physical, almost violent confrontation about to happen, and you're not the one everyone's looking at or trying to shoot. Mm-hmm. You're not sure if you're jealous or upset.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to try and beeline through them.
Start walking through them. It is extraordinarily tense. You pass through the other side of them. You just feel like any second one of them. Nothing. Get to the other side of them.
Oh, I'm following, by the way, yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Making your way back through around the storage. As you get close to the kitchen exit, you smell something familiar. You don't know why it's familiar, but it's familiar. It definitely went to your right.
Gentlemen, while you're being so agreeable, for which I thank you, what is over there?
Well, they start to stutter for a minute, and then they get pushed out of the way, and Joe Batters steps through. Holding a bat.
Oh god, of course he is.
Mm-hmm. What are you doing? I told you! Whack him! I'm going to skip on myself and Wyatt's actions and drop to Rosie as the person to act on initiative now.
I mean, that's what he says to me.
He walks in, yells at his guys, whack him!
Do I even move?
It looks like they're about to.
Looks like they're about to.
They seem to be more afraid of Joe Batters than the nose.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'm gonna spear him.
Joe Batters himself?
Yeah.
Alright, give me a fighting check.
Which is probably dumb because I'm on 12. But I'm in this body, which is a much better fighting than mine.
Max is quite adept at throwing punches.
Yeah, except not this time.
Oh,
man.
Oh no.
You go for the
No
spear, and you just don't anticipate that Joe isn't a normal person, and when you hit him, it's like hitting 4 washing machines stacked on top of each other, and you just stop.
Cool, he's a metahuman.
Maddox.
I'm sitting here, I'm peeing my pants, I'm considering apologizing and being nice and saying, please will you show us what's happening over there. I look like the cousin, what do I have? All the guns are in the car, aren't they?
No, 38 revolver.
Same as you.
Right.
In fact, he carries it because you carry one, otherwise he wouldn't carry one.
Okay. But he's a metahuman.
I mean, I just tried to spear him and totally biffed it. I mean, I imagine it's like hitting and then slowly cartoon slipping down.
So what would a gun do, you know?
Gotta find out. Maybe, I don't know. Don't trust me.
Yeah, I do.
I'm not good at this game.
Okay, so it's him and his henchmen are
Yep, his henchmen all around you. There's a lot of them, but they seem a little caught up on him. I mean, they're
Right.
definitely going to act, but
where is the
they're
thing that
hesitating even after being yelled at by Joe. They're hesitating.
Where is the thing that you smelled?
Heading off to the right.
To the right? Is
Heading
it
off to the-
close? Or
to-
we don't really know. It's just in that direction.
Whatever he was following or she was following, it went right.
Okay.
That's as much information as she has.
Okay. Okay. And we're in the kitchen?
You're in the kitchen. There's all kinds of stuff around. Everything you'd find at a commercial kitchen, including cooks, who look very, very nervous about the gunfight that's about to happen.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go for it. I am so nervous, but I'm going to take my 38 and I'm gonna try and shoot Joey in the left eye.
Ooh.
Give me a shooting test. That is a called shot.
That is a
so you're
called
going to give
shot.
yourself a penalty on that one.
Oh,
I
man.
did not know that was a thing.
Oh, bonus action Hex Blast.
What does that mean?
You're gonna, I don't know what the penalty is.
Less than your Hex Blast, I believe. What's the Hex Blast amount?
So she could subtract 4 from her.
That is the exact amount, so it's going to be
So
a
no
normal
penalty.
shot. For a called shot to the eye.
Okay. Okay. 14 on 18.
You shoot Joe Batters right in the eye. What is the damage normally on that revolver?
30.
Ooh. You shot his eye out. It's bloody and graphic, and he screams.
But I'm gonna be like, oh, I did it! I got him!
History change.
You get a thumbs up from Max. I knew you could do it, Lou.
The curse words are coming out in a solid stream. It is blending between Italian and English, and so rapid fire you can't keep up with it.
Something about Scaramouche when you do the thunder.
Thunderbolts and lightning!
We're going to go back to the top. As that's happening, what are you going to do?
Wait, are we done? Oh no, it's still his turn. Wait.
Oh, did we skip you, Rosie? Yeah, we
No,
we
we
didn't.
didn't, but are we done with the meltdown?
Oh, no. Meltdown lasts as long as I need it to. And I'm going to make it stick around.
Shit!
I'm getting my money's worth out of this one.
Yeah, fair.
Fine.
I rarely get two.
That's true. Alright.
Wyatt? Well, they lost their action last round. They will be acting this round, just so you're aware.
Yeah.
This is about to get violent.
Yeah. What of these guys has the closest grouping that isn't anywhere by cook staff or civilians?
Well, you could probably count on the doors to stop, because your explosives aren't particularly large in nature. If you keep it inside of the double doors into the kitchen, it should be all right. One of them might catch some shrapnel.
Okay.
You could probably get 4 or 5, maybe even 6 of those thugs.
Let's give it a go. Throwing it.
Give me a demolitions.
Made it by 4?
Made it by 4. You actually catch 8 of them in that blast. 4 of them are killed outright from the explosion, and the other 4 are wounded.
Cheese it!
It was rather graphic. No one can hear anything or see very much. There's a lot of smoke in the air from that explosive. The fire alarm is going off at this point. The band has stopped playing their hit single out on the dance floor with the sound going off.
I'm down to cheese it.
And the several of the thugs who weren't blown up are scattering. Joe Batters rises to his feet, and he is going to take a one-eyed swing at you. Joe Batters. Oh, yeah. What's your dodge bonus? Because I might not have hit you. You got a decent dodge bonus over there.
Well, there's 0 on Lou, but 4.
Well, you're in the middle, so you use whichever one you find appropriate. 4? 4 will be just enough that bat comes just shy of your face. Woo! Or Lou's face in this case.
Yes. Yeah.
Possibly requiring reconstructive surgery.
And also would have taken off a strip of makeup.
Oh, no!
When he swings that bat, even one-armed and one-eyed, it swings by so fast, it hits a check section of wall and knocks out about 1.5 feet of concrete.
Jesus.
Oh no, the concrete is missing. Do you need help?
Ah! And he's just yelling and staggering around. His thugs don't seem to be backing him up. They're making for the exit.
Since we're missing concrete, I'm going to, since she's standing right in front of Joey Batters, correct?
Yes.
Okay, well she needs a loot box, and this place needs more concrete, so she's getting a loot box full of concrete that lands directly in front of her.
Okay.
Very nice.
Will you roll those for me, please, Tom? A loot box, in fact, appears about 3 feet over the top of Joe's head as he's staggering around and lands right on top of him, driving him straight into the ground. It seems like it should crush him, but it doesn't. He's just yelling and shouting and scrambling and trying to get this thing off of his back, just not seeming to be able to move it.
Well, he's there for a little while.
Wet concrete is oozing out the sides of the loot box.
We can follow that scent. He's gonna be preoccupied.
Who's next?
Next on it would be,
I just want to make sure we're not going to attack by thugs.
Yep.
Yeah, Joey was the only one of them, so actually Rosie's next. The thugs are kind of scattering at
Alright,
this
I'm
point.
with you to cheese it.
You could attack them if you want to, but they are not
No, I
engaging at this time.
want to
Run
take...
away.
Man, this is
The
probably
whole
not
explosion in the kitchen,
Yeah,
rather
I mean,
terrifying.
I understand this probably is not the smartest idea. However...
Sorry, it's classic.
It's going down.
Because I did the spear and it failed and I landed on the ground, I want to take the straight razor out of my shoe and I want to cut his Achilles tendon.
Oh, God,
before we
so
go.
Pet Cemetery, gross.
But, I mean, if he gets the concrete off, I mean, now he can't chase us at least.
Yeah.
So you give me a fighting check.
If he tries to golf,
he will
his
lose
weight
any
comes
dodge
back.
bonus
It
against this.
stays there. He'll quit the game.
He'll quit the game.
He'll never golf.
He'll quit
Never
the game.
golf again.
Oh, no, okay, it's fine. It's fine.
We're all fine.
Toss it out there.
Oh, no. Wait, I can use her fighting. Oh, no, I just, it's not a good day.
Oh, man.
How bad did you fail by? Because he is
that's
currently being pinned by concrete.
I missed it by 2.
That is fine. That is still acceptable to hit because he is pinned by concrete. What
Very
damage does the straight razor do?
20.
It's like hitting concrete. Your straight razor breaks.
That's what I figured would happen, which is why I didn't think it was a good idea, but it was worth a shot. Now we know his skin is strong. I mean, information. But he's stuck here. That was awesome, Tom.
Very, very stuck.
Oh, Tom!
Yes.
I need a weapon that will hurt Joey.
Oh, does mercy not work?
I could try it. I guess that's a great idea. So I guess instead I'm gonna summon... That didn't work, so I summon a bigger sword.
Well, we'll get back around to that.
Okay.
You stabbed him.
Sorry. I got
Can't just
excited.
gonna...
I got excited.
There's still 2 other people that
Oh,
have the possibility of acting and probably making decisions as well. At this point, you can now swap back. Ta-da!
No.
I am through torturing you.
Oh, it's not torture.
Immediate escape would be in order, preferably with minimal loss of life in order to reduce your exposure. Remaining here will likely result in death.
Agreed.
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 Cheese it!
And out, you get into the parking lot. You have 2 cars out there. 1 car, both cars. What do?
Do we go through the back door like we were trying?
You went right out the back door.
Great, can I smell anything?
Whatever it was, it went to the right inside. But, well, when he smelled it, but you swapped.
But did it
Is it in the
exit?
kitchen?
It went to the right inside of the building. You never followed it. You can hear the sounds of police sirens
Fuck,
approaching.
we need to leave. We need to leave. We
Yes.
gotta
That's
leave.
the sound of the police!
We gotta leave.
Yep. We're going.
Step on the pedal, eh?
This arc is going to break me.
Hopping in the caddy.
All right, you are in the Cadillac racing down the road. Then all of a sudden, you have a flashback.
Oh God.
I should have known the whole thing was a setup, a con, a game of 3-card Monty. Hell, maybe I did, and I'm just tired of it all. Either way, it didn't matter. I was playing chicken against a freight train with no brakes. I knew this white door was important, just couldn't figure out why. I had to talk to Rosita. And I know what you're thinking. Fortune tellers are con artists. And you're right. But Rosita knows things, I tell you. Things you just can't know. Or more likely, things you don't want to. It was about time I got some answers.
Rosita.
And that's all the time we have for Project Metaverse! We will see you all next week. I love you.
goodness.
And don't forget that next week we do have a very special, if no good guest. I'm not going to say who it's going to be. but-
Don't miss them on the live stream. The Sci-Fi Wire, the gamers, is going to be great. They're so good live. You got to see these guys. Make sure to check out DFA, Table Talks on the Gen Con.
Yeah.
Do it all.
Do it all.
Get all the things and support the Strowlers and the Demon
Oh yes,
Hunters,
those
Kickstarters.
Kickstarters,
Yeah.
please
Help us
support
make
them.
more things. We love it.
We love you all, and we will see you next week. Good night.
Scanner, are anybody scanners picking these guys up? This is
I
weird.
implore you, please come closer.
We've come this close to death.
Yeah,
How many times this week?
we're stuck here. Again, it's this force. We don't even know what they're capable of.
Moving cons to the enemy combatants. Clan Jade Falcon, this is Sokar from the Aces. No. I listened to that whole fight. Look, if you do it right, you can stop them. I'm Jackson Sokolov, son of Nikolai Sokolov, and I challenge you, your greatest mech warrior, to a trial of grievance. My bid is myself and my mech, Thunderbolt SE. A little bit of static, and then a voice comes over the comms.
I am Star Commander Luna Hazen of the 8th Falcon Regulars. Who defends this world? We have stated our identity. Now you must immediately tell me the composition of your forces, or I will be forced to forego the honor of Bachal and unleash all of my forces upon you. You have 1 minute. I am Star Commander Luna Hazen.
I am Ayat Akaza of Clan Jade Falcon.
I'm the Oathmaster at this ceremony. What is done here shall bind us until we all shall fall. You are now joining the ranks of this clan. Welcome to Clan Jade Falcon.